Denzel on Glory 93.9 FM.
Hi, I'm Benita Washington, and you're listening to Pastor Denzel on Glory 93.9.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're doing well. This is Wednesday. Yes, it is. Wednesday, the what? What today is? The 7th of April, year of our Lord, 2021. So glad that you're locked in with us on Glory 93.9. And of course, you know, it's Wednesday, and it's time for Barbershop. I guess a noise going on in the background. I'm not sure what's going on. That could be in here. That could be, oh, it's the phone. Okay, sorry. All right, we're here for Barbershop Talk. I try to figure out, I say, I know we in that kind of operation. I know it ain't us. I sure it ain't us. Ain't that kind of operation. But anyway, we're so glad that you're tuned in with us. Boy, we got a lot to talk about since the last time we got together. Let me just say this, we have the crew in except for Mr. Taylor. I don't know if he will make it in. I know he's endeavoring so to be here, but we're not sure he's going to make it in on time.
Feel better.
We're hoping he feels better. He's not in tip-top shape, but hopefully he'll be good in short order.
You feel better, buddy.
Burroughs is that was from Garfield Burroughs. I want to make sure. I want to establish that was Garfield Burroughs just as now sending get better, feel good wishes to Kenyatta for Sean Taylor.
I've been heard the man feelings.
At 5:24.
Yeah. 3 hours late, but it's there all the same.
Hey man, you had to take it as it come.
That's an inside joke. We ain't saying no more than that. Listen, if you're tuned in by way of Glory 3.9 or by way of our Facebook live tune-in radio, however you're listening, we're glad you're listening. Of course, if you're on Facebook, you can see that we have a call-in line at 828-3543. If you want to call in this early, that means you got something to rap about because we ain't started talking about them yet. But you can if you want, 828-3543. And our text line is 828-2543. We'll endeavor to remind you about those as we go throughout the show. Now, do me a favor now. I need y'all to go ahead and share this out, get our viewership up. I see y'all just getting in. Please go ahead and share. And nobody tell us good afternoon yet. I got a problem with that. When y'all don't speak and say, hey, what's up? We catch feelings. All right. So right now my stream is empty. Now, I don't know if y'all commenting somewhere else, but I can't see no commenting. And so when I can't see commenting, I catch feelings. So if you're there tuning in and you on Facebook, of course, those of you on the radio, please do not text in because you can get locked up from the police. They watching now with these cell phones. They on these cell phones now. I don't know. I've been hearing a lot of people say they're getting locked up, but they're getting pulled over and ticketed, having cell phones in their hands, which is a good thing. I get YouTube comments. They coming direct here too.
They will come direct.
Oh, we
all right, awesome. So all right, so all of our YouTubers, we get our podcast yet? You podcast us yet?
Nobody fire you.
$24 a month. You see what around the table
For the podcast?
from here for them.
YouTube podcast?
No, not YouTube podcast.
That's a podcast? I don't know this way. I don't know. I sell food. How much it is?
That's 24 a month.
Sponsored by the Spot. The Spot can take that on.
Done.
I said it first. Though.
All right.
That's not it.
All right.
Yeah.
So we need to get our podcast going, gentlemen. So we should be starting by this week. Start podcasting Barbershop Talk. Let's get that operation going on.
I can let the Spot go first for a month, and then I'll come behind and I'll do my month.
If this show could be the inaugural show, boy, I ain't know because podcasts around the world.
I don't know. Spot guy can still open.
Yeah, we still open.
But
hold on. I didn't call him meeting radio. Hold on.
We trying to decide who will sponsor which month.
No. You missed what I saw this now. Mr. Battle said, I don't know a smart guy that's still open.
yeah, I don't know if they still open.
That's a meeting for another time, boss.
Don't do that right now.
No, sir. Don't do that.
How Mr. Battle don't know Smart Gadget open? What I miss?
Yeah, see, Sparks Gadget ownership has taken on some new owners.
Smart Gadget getting new owners?
New owners. So because of the new
Well, I wasn't invited to partnership. I mean, was partnership open?
No, the partnership was
This one partnership.
I ain't even got nothing to do with me though.
You ever watch what's the movie with Gordon Gekko? What the movie is? Greed? Wall Street. That's the movie Wall Street.
I didn't watch it, but go ahead. What happened?
You know when corporate raiders discovered radio?
They come with the box. They come with the box. And all you see is they say, delete file.
Everybody pack it up. Get up out of here. Burn everything. All them files getting shredded.
Yeah.
Dying to kick off. Smart Gadget even let me leave Tito's executive. I have a whole big spot.
See, you see, Carlo, I see why you say don't bring it up. I see why you say don't bring it up.
Nevertheless, that's what.
See now.
Bail on me, man.
I don't know.
Without notice?
Without notice.
I don't know.
Denzel, Pastor. Denzel.
You gotta know it.
This is a conversation to have off air because this is deep.
Barbershop Talk.
I don't
Now hold on.
This
To mediate this conversation, do I need to be Denzel or do I need to be Pastor?
You need to be
both.
I need to be Pastor. So Pastor need to mediate this?
I don't know Mr. Bellaby. And we all don't know Mr. Bellaby alive. So I don't know Mr. Bellaby.
Let me say something. I've never seen this level of billing in all my life. This is official bill city.
Anyway, I promise you, there's a lot going on here. To all our faithful listeners, I promise you I'll be able to update on this by next show.
Yeah,
I will give a full update on what's going on here because I don't like what I hear in here.
Denzel, do not lie to your people. You will not give an update because when you find out what happened, you're going to tell everybody.
I got everybody.
No. So I don't want you to discredit yourself as Denzel role or as Pastor Bishop.
So leave that alone.
Yeah.
All right. I apologize. I will not update you what's going on.
Thank you very much. So we
All
can
right.
continue to have a barbershop talk.
Let's
show.
do Barbershop Talk show.
Yeah.
I need to do this at the barbershop. We need to have this conversation at the barbershop.
Yeah,
This one right here.
That's fine. That is.
Because they know we're not off limit. Anyway, so we're glad all of you tuning in. Robin is wow, it's the first time Robin in type for this new season. My wife Robin is watching online.
I think Tito bring in this.
He brought in?
Yeah.
How I bring in what? Bring the new information?
Robin, so glad to see you. And for Moxie, I'm gonna be back at the barbershop, or he don't go no more. He don't come no more.
Pastor, this COVID fellow, or he dangerous. There's been a bailing out.
And we're gone.
I'm a
I didn't
baller.
know Amber was still here.
I'm a baller.
But no one, I don't want you to hit on Anver. Anver's a faithful listener to the show.
And he baller. You don't
And
even
we-
come to the barber, man.
And we appreciate him on the show.
And he ain't get no bad.
He's faithful.
Amber owe me.
What do you owe you?
This game to another level.
See,
now. Let's go. I have Monica Hamilton. Good afternoon, Monica Hamilton. Glad to see you. We have Vera. That's Peter's number one fan. Vera Akka Wilson is here.
Hey Vera.
I don't know who this person is, but I just like her greeting. Her name is Visna Tamara Williams. She says, "Listen, you about to get elevated to another class right now."
Yeah.
I'm not sure who you are. I don't know who you are, but listen to me.
Not above Vera, but just below.
Just below Vera. Visna Tamara Williams. Please if you were from the Bahamas or somewhere around the world, let us know at least where you're from and how you got onto this page. We need to know this because this Hello Kings, you just blessed my day just now.
Absolutely.
That's pretty powerful. Damien Longley came and just set it down here, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Damien says, first topic. Damien, you don't get to call that topic. That's number one. But you just come in here and you don't get to pick topics.
What do you want to talk about?
What you think you want to talk about?
The pastor.
Absolutely. What you think he would talk about? That's his first topic.
Yeah, he would talk about the pastor.
Elder Brenda Robinson. That's a dear friend of mine from Knoxville, Tennessee. Good to see you, Elder Brenda.
Tennessee.
Glad to have you with us.
Good ribs in Tennessee.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good barbecue right there.
Good barbecue.
Good. I had to learn in Tennessee the barbecue was a different kind of food.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
That is something.
Regular? It's just like smoke.
What do you mean you eating barbecue? You don't eat barbecue. I had to find it out. That you actually eat
Like
barbecue.
there's wet barbecue, there's dry barbecue. It's all different names.
And these in sauces.
Yeah.
I need to go down there.
This is sauce. I had to find out that you barbecue. You can actually eat barbecue. You want barbecue?
Missouri.
Which mean on my chicken?
Missouri and Tennessee, very close. I would lean to Tennessee barbecue, but I would.
I can't answer because I haven't been to Missouri.
You never been to Missouri? Missouri
You been to Tennessee?
What you doing there, Vito?
The best thing I had in Tennessee, believe it or not,
Don't get my business.
was
I should
catfish.
travel.
Catfish?
You
Yeah.
gotta be in the heavy investigation.
I had catfish. in Tennessee in Opryland Hotel. I get lost there, but he
Oh,
died.
you high end. You been up Elan?
That's a
What
big
you
hotel.
doing there?
You
That's
big,
a big hotel.
you big money.
And catfish is a quiet thing.
You big money right there.
Catfish is good, boy.
Yeah,
That's good.
catfish is a quiet
All
thing.
right.
I've been to school and I never eat them guys.
I gotta be careful what I say about Tennessee and what ain't good. What good. I got a lot of friends over there, so I won't be careful. I gotta be careful, just like
I
that.
like Tennessee though.
Hold on. Anva Moxie says, brothers, I did not know the barbershop was still open. That ain't going to another level.
It was got you, man.
That's,
Anva.
that's
You
a
know-
whole other difference.
You know what your problem is? Your mouth is your problem.
If I
David say he went here with the pastor and he said, let Mr. Wilson go first. I am on both accounts. No.
No.
Hey, good to see you, Archie. I'm just giving us time, people to get in here. Dave Forbes, good to see you, Dave.
David.
Good to see you, my brother. Radley Knowles, good to see you.
hey, Rodney, hey, Predator. Hey, Predator.
Oh, so y'all know I don't know Radley.
Yeah,
Y'all
he's
know
the
him?
coach of the Predators.
He's coach of the Predators.
Yeah, we
Right?
beat up on them a few times.
That's a guy you need to know though.
We beat
Good
up on
brother.
Oh yeah.
Good brother. All right,
No,
good to have you.
You can't say that like that.
We
We
beat
beat up on each other.
Yeah, we
You can't.
They beat us too.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We beat up on them a couple of times. I
Yeah,
say all the
they
time.
beat up on it. Yeah, but when you
That's
say
what-
that like that,
They has hurt the most though.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. I got to see
All right,
that.
I had to find out who this Vistna person who called us the Kings, and she says, I listened last week and got caught up in the tight pants drama.
Oh,
So she said, I follow your church sometimes, and I right here in Nassau. Good to have you, Vistna. Glad to see you locked in. And we know to keep it. You see,
all my boys
all-
on the bus.
but all that tight pants pulled Vistna in.
She
If it
like,
wasn't for the tight pants, Vistna wouldn't have been watching the show.
not me, it's you. Not me.
So now we got Vistna because of the tight pants episode.
Don't try to put it
Um,
you know, was anti-tight bonds as normal.
Goldie R.D. Johnson is asking.
Each okay we under the bus.
Absolutely.
Goldie R.D. Johnson is asking, women allowed in this barbershop?
Yes.
That was a pause just now.
I know.
Now, I don't know if she meant in the show or in the barbershop itself. Now, she says woman allowed in the barbershop. Of course, it.
The woman allowed in the shop, but you got to understand when you're in the shop, you under shop rules. And under shop rules, there's
Because we can't come in and dominate
in the little hair
the salon.
Right.
We gotta sit small in the corner, especially if we get our nails done. We gotta feel like we ain't listening.
So when you come in the shop, understand there could be some anti-women stuff, and
Yes.
when you jump up to defend, as some women we've seen, just prepare to get mashed.
Be prepared.
And when you and when you like in school, when you want to talk here, raise your hand.
Yeah, you got to raise your hand. Yeah, raise your hand.
So we can acknowledge you.
Yeah. Now we've seen some women, they try to step up and do some stuff. I've also
Yeah, there's
seen-
been some unruly women inside the
Some
barbershop.
unruly.
I've seen quite a few.
Why
We ain't
sound
calling them.
like a rolling window?
That's Peter Friend now.
Which one?
Don't call her by name
Oh,
and take.
oh,
God, cause
yeah,
you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What that mean?
They can see you, Tito.
Tito, you
I don't know what that means.
They can see you.
that can
Be
mean
unruly.
Like-
Unruly.
Dimitri Bo says this is good stuff.
Dimitri Bo. Oh, that's that. He's going to the bank if I know.
But apparently, Dimitri Bo has directed Goldie Johnson to come to the show.
Yeah, Dimitri Bo's a good guy, man. He's a real class. Guy.
He's a good guy because he directed Goldie and Goldie's here now.
Yeah.
So that's
man.
good stuff. So,
That's the same Dimitri Bo. I know
thank you
he's
so much.
he went to Government Bank. He's a great guy, man.
Good.
You have to put Brent some of that business up there.
No, that's not.
Brent don't sponsor the show.
No, but he's a good guy.
But I tell you, this guy is a good guy.
He's a good guy, but
That's all we gotta say. None more than
you
that.
gotta say that. But
You don't know what he affiliated with?
No.
we don't know if it-
That's enough. Yeah.
I can go, Carl. Throw a little bait on there. You know.
No, I tried. No, let me tell you why. I tried to get something from the post office, and they hit me with a little fee. I had that. And Pastor knew I was in the family.
Yes, he was in the vet. You was a fan of that operation.
Fire operation.
Very beautiful place.
They gotta pay
It's
rent.
a beautiful
And
place. They make it to pay for the things.
They gotta pay. They gotta pay
I ain't
rent.
been there yet, you know. It nice?
Well organized, very beautiful.
Yeah, no, but that's one.
I've been yet.
But Tito's how you voting F&M.
When we do
Yeah.
our scorecard on things, that's what we gotta like. I always give the
Pastor, we ain't got no sign yet.
PLP.
You know, everybody got a sign.
You only got no side.
No, we ain't got.
Like anytime I see fruits,
What is that, Carlo?
I know what our sign is, right?
Carlos said it.
I know what this is. I know this is.
Yeah.
We ain't got no
I
sign.
roll out a sign. Carlo, give me the sign. That's the sign. That's
You
the sign.
can't get him better than that.
Oh, that's no job problem is. Y'all too familiar. Y'all got a familiar spirit.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
All right, let me finish calling the names so we get started.
Tell me where I all the buzz.
I want y'all to realize we're being intentional to this show that we getting all our guests who saying hey to us before we get started because I don't want a lot of times they say we don't get to them. I got some complaints that guests wasn't being we wasn't talking to you, so we'll make sure we get you. Reggie knows I don't know that guy. He says good afternoon, brothers.
Hey Reggie, this one of the few that ain't betting on me yet, baby.
Wow.
That sound was really turned barbershop talk into like a place.
I see that sound hurt.
That boy sound like he hurting.
But you know one thing with me, I open.
We didn't have a meeting.
I call my brothers, you know, see one nigga like say with me, they ain't none of them gonna say pastor. I ain't call them. I call them personally.
You ain't call me.
Barros, please jump in now. Now it's time to jump in.
I think that's enough. I think that's enough.
You know, we can do a show called Barbershop Hurt.
We can be a big one.
We can do a show entitled Barbershop. That's what I say. I didn't say a conversation. I said a show.
A show.
We can do a whole show.
Yeah.
That
I Gucci on the side.
Bro, I say a show.
I cool.
I have stuff to go into because there was a time where a whole scooter ring and thing was going on with you and some partners that I was not invited to be a part of. So I mean, no, if you want to go barbershop, right? You don't want to talk about that now.
You can't want just because it's you. Okay, but Sean ain't here, but that's Sean's best friend. I don't know how you can leave him out.
They had big operation with his new prime minister, Pastor, and I was with his new prime minister.
No, you was
he didn't even know the new prime minister at the time.
You're interested in scooters.
Pastor,
no.
I just glanced
if I hold you close like I do now, you would have been there to my right.
I don't know if it's the light or just I don't know my glasses. Pastor look like he sauce it. Pastor sauce it.
Wow. How we get on there?
I didn't take that in for the nation.
Yes, sir.
But that is for the nation. But
Pastor
yes.
sauce it.
That is for the nation.
Yes, sir.
Whatever I do I was instructed by Mr. Peter Wilson.
Yes, and correct.
Whatever I did, I was instructed, directed, counseled by Mr. Peter Wilson.
Not yet, sir. You just wait. Next time,
everything I do it.
I got something new.
Yes, and I into that.
Mr. Wilson said to me, "Listen to me, Pastor. This you need to do.
You need to do."
I said, "I ain't for this." He said, "Listen to me. Trust me. Go for this."
Thank you.
And I
like it. Loves it.
Do I like the sauce?
Love it.
Yes. Mine is Mexican sauce. I keep telling that he don't believe.
The sauce.
Mr. Wilson gave me advice. He gave me counsel. He had a support group for me.
Why have black pepper and salt when it can just be black pepper?
We had a full 4-step program. He walked me through the program. I get to go.
Listen, I have a group.
And I was struggling. I was like, I ain't doing it. I will not do it. Yeah. Mr. Wilson walked me through this program. Yeah. And I
now you good to go.
Boom, but I ready to go every 2 weeks. Hey, what's happening?
Sauce. I know someone will try, but they pride.
Damn pride ain't let them.
I was asked by his friends already, but they pride.
Pride? You get pride on your business. Pride. I don't have no.
You know what? They don't know we talking about. Let me open this up. I can do it straight up there. How you all feel about young men under 50 that use dye?
Dye on their beds.
On their hair. I want to know how y'all feel about it. If you have a lot of people listening, I want to know how y'all feel. How do y'all feel about men? This barbershop talk. How do y'all feel about men under 50?
And let me put the qualification.
When
you're dyeing your hair as a woman and you're getting weave, be careful how you feel about certain things.
Before you express your feelings, consider all that.
Go look in the mirror.
You petty too, babe.
No, but I just said
you petty, bro. You petty.
But is it the truth or not?
It's the petty.
Yeah, but it's the truth.
Yeah, it's petty.
I didn't get to hear. Everybody. Donicia, good to see Donicia. Kino Wong is here. Kino Wong, good to see Kino.
Kino,
good to see Kino. Why you at that?
That's Kino.
I saw Kino on TV. Kino's on TV almost every other week. Every time I see the prime minister, I see Kino.
Yeah.
The man truck is PLB.
PLB.
But every time I see Kino, Kino's on the news. I mean, Kino and the commissioner of police.
He's in charge of herbal.
No, the neighborhood watch,
neighborhood
community, some herbal. Don't worry about that. Yeah, Deborah Thompson, good to see you. Radley Knowles say, watch your mouth, Carlo. Nadine, good to see you. Carl, this is Shandy. Shandy say, listen, guys, be careful what you say. Don't want no one else get locked up. We can be careful.
Oh, she
No,
talking
but I
about
got
the
no, but I got your log up.
She talking about the bastard.
No, but the
I
boss
think
stuff,
so.
the boss stuff, we can get to him, but the boss
I
stuff.
don't even say what the pastor said. I ain't gonna do with me, but I ain't.
All right, here we go. Here we go with these comments about the diet. We here now. Kino say Peter Wilson, please behave. Reggie will say good diversion, Mr. Ramsey. We talk about only go on to my sauce. That's fine. We talking about the sauce now. Reno Lewis say they worry about aging. Now who you mean? Who's the they?
Y'all who dying? Yeah, y'all who dying. Not dying, but
No, we
dying.
weren't with agent, we weren't looking good.
gotta look good with
Dalvin
son,
Johnson says, I think it's a way to help them cope with it. Help them cope.
y'all.
David Johnson's brothers go to my church.
Yeah.
He's a young guy. You know Davin, right, Tito? Young guy, him and his brother, him and Darius, the defense was. You know, cut dude, you know.
What's his age?
Young.
What's his age?
Young boy, in 30s, 20s,
Probably
early 30s.
I take. Yeah.
There's pink they suit on them.
No, but that's a whole lot
Why-
of different thing.
Hold on, Davin Johnson goes further and say it's a hint of insecurity.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
Powerful.
That's
And Davin is 30.
Now see, Darwin, I was gonna let you go.
He just Lucy guy.
I was gonna let you go with your tight suit. I was gonna let that go.
No, listen.
But now you come at us die guys.
No, us die guy.
Davin,
I know I'm one of them.
Yeah, three out of five to this table is die.
When you put a suit on and if you're vein pop out, I get to see the line, and you don't think you're trying to tell me something?
I ain't gonna lie. I don't understand. What you dying for?
Andrew Moxie says I can't hate on anyone
What
who
you wearing a
wants to
tight suit
die.
for? What you wearing tight
We
pants
talking
for?
about dying clothes.
No, what you wearing tight
My
pants
pants
for?
ain't tight.
No, your pants ain't tight, but I'm asking what is the
Wait,
person
I
wearing
don't
tight
know. I
pants
don't
for?
know why.
Because they like it.
That's the position of the
That's
breath.
So you got tattoo?
Right, listen, you going back on this again?
It's dye. Ink in the skin. Permanent.
All
This
right.
my dye is come on.
It's good. You got a sauce every 2 weeks.
I can't wash it off.
Every 2 weeks you got a sauce.
No, I don't. But I need it now. You see it? It's gonna look great.
Tito, you get no bad though.
do shave that though.
Jesus,
You ain't get
what
no
you
bed
doing?
That's why I cut it off. It was too much.
Andrew Moxie says 50% of his bed is gray, and I guess he came with it. Let me see who else getting here. Vera says
I'm the
that dye dash, it's a skill. If you don't have it, leave the dye alone.
Absolutely, Phil.
Salt and pepper is in vogue though.
Hey, there you go.
Phil, wait till you see my latest
Chris
creation.
and
Tito say you
Britt-
got something cooking.
Chris and Britt Trico says, ask Tito why a TV in his stall by the shop. Chris and Britt Trico.
I
I
know.
don't.
That's Trico. That's Chris.
I try to know that. Yeah, but they get it.
He is playing football.
Shandy says, gray is sexy once taken care of. Remember, the gray is coming, not going.
Not with the dye, baby.
Delicia says, no need. Embrace the age. Once, Delicia, number one, we know your husband. So we said, once the skin looks good, you're good. I love the salt and pepper look once well kept. Well, you have to like it.
Yeah.
I mean, because what you get on with you now, that ain't getting away.
Yeah,
that had more salt and pepper.
Dye ain't change.
All I got is give the man one good piece of sauce with a bowl of head.
No, but interested. A lot of people with permed hair talking with saucing. See, you all know when we start. Because a lot of y'all want to keep you all natural hair. The one that God make. But y'all would use the one. Yeah, but y'all would use the one the chemicals make.
They here gonna look like our bed.
Yeah, but isn't that natural? Doesn't it look wonderful?
Even May Evans says, not all the time is it insecurity. He said, I started coloring my hair at age 16.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's a lady, eh?
Yeah, that's a lady.
But that's she open and honest.
Yeah. Darvin still on this. Darvin, listen to me, buddy. We all have insecurities. Cheaper, we accept them. Bro, who you counseling? Darvin, who the devil you think you counseling? Ain't nobody need no counseling.
Hey, get them, buddy. Get them.
Everybody right there offering counsel. Anybody was sitting on your couch?
Yeah,
but everybody got insecurities.
Everybody-
Right here, buddy. Gray doesn't even equal age anymore, though. This Vera. People are going gray in their teens. Dye does not equate to insecurity always.
Thank you, Vera.
10 more grays, and I'm dying mine.
Absolutely.
Bing.
Boy, if you really want to be this side, yeah?
David say, I digress. He say, God bless your life with yours.
Man, sick, man, you run like that?
Don't let it happen. Don't let it happen.
Boy, he run fast.
Let me tell you something I learned
And
from
he's
women.
supposed to be a Marine?
Peter,
Yeah, he's
give up like that.
he's a
A
Marine.
woman don't want to know another woman from a can of paint.
Yeah.
Take a stick together.
Absolutely.
That's what the men need to learn.
Yeah.
Stay together.
They stay together.
But Carlo, we're here with us.
See, that's what you're trying to say now. That's the problem.
And Burroughs saying that because Burroughs so far so good.
Listen to me.
I get a couple, but they ain't much.
It ain't gonna be long now for him.
Look,
Let's get the sauce in the
Anver
table.
says, I'm proud of my gray hairs. I leave it there to show that I have made it to this age. I have a lot of friends who didn't make it here. Let's go deep, boy.
Yeah.
So sauce in the sauce in the drawing room.
I'm ready.
As far as I know, no. As far as I
So
know.
listen, when you go to the when you mix it up and you gotta go to
No,
the drawing room.
the throne room of sauce.
I go to the throne room.
You go to the drawing room.
Listen to me.
So who give you
The sauce runs so deep in the throne
The
room.
sauce run deep in the throne room.
It's the beans in the sauce that turns the throne room.
I think the throne room to be turned into the sauce room.
The sauce. Come on. It's plenty sauce.
Listen, so you can't knock me. I don't know that. I don't know that.
Sir, you gotta buck the
You
sauce.
gotta book the sauce. The sauce ain't open.
Yeah,
So that's the problem.
it ain't on the counter.
Yeah.
You gotta book
You
that.
gotta book that. Yeah.
But that's not a
Sauce a regular.
service he offered. You gotta know about that.
No.
No, see that on there.
Not on there.
You just say look at
Pull it
it.
up right now.
Now, this is somebody that's a beautiful natural gray, and I know she's a regular listener. I was waiting for her to show up. Here she is, Mary Lightburn Walker. That's y'all know that's Marisha's mom.
Good baby.
Beautiful gray hair. She says, "I am a natural gray,"
That's a COVID
and we
warrior.
love.
She's a COVID
A
warrior.
COVID warrior.
Yeah, she battling COVID.
Yeah, she battling. She in the trenches.
She in the trenches.
And she's a natural, beautiful gray. And I see Marisha comment down there. I didn't see what she say yet. I don't see what Marisha say because I thought Marisha she
I can't
based
say
on
that-
genetics,
I can't
Marisha
say
should be
that-
there in a little while.
I can't say that
She
name is
get
Walker
rid-
because
she like that color though.
Huh?
She like that color boy. The other
But-
color she get. She
but-
like that boy. I don't know if she like the color.
But then Marisha, I know Marisha will follow the route of a good, beautiful, amazing mother.
See, and I can't go against Ms. Walker. You know, Ms. Walker's she won them on the COVID front lines. I can't really say anything.
No, she brought she's a natural gray.
Yeah, but Ms. Walker, I gotta disagree with you though.
you and Mary just go around.
See, the problem with gray is if you fully gray, it's beautiful. If you fully black, it's wonderful. The problem is when you in between it, it's like nasty.
Yes,
See,
yeah.
Look at me. Look at this.
Yeah.
What is this?
you don't need to shave. That's what I mean. That's
No,
stubble.
No, you need to
Stubble. You need to shave.
You need to let that fully let that sauce up. That's all that need to happen.
See, you want to understand, Carlo? It gray heavy here, but it black. Couple other places
Yeah,
that
but
don't make
it's like-
sense.
Yeah, it is off that in the throne.
Oh, I
That's the service.
Judy Clark say it's just a personal preference. That's all it is, Judy.
Business class.
That's what we're trying to say.
Good woman.
Carlos, Shandy says some babies were born with gray. I ain't never seen them.
See,
babies,
Shandy,
but
I love Shandy. You know I love you, but Shandy,
I know.
you know you one of the best hair people
get to the point.
out there. And you know some of the magic you be doing to people. Stop it, Shandy. Stop it.
Marisha says no one will ever know when I have gray hair.
Absolutely. It's a good woman too.
Purple rain. Purple rain.
Oh, let me see what my boy said. Dave say next. What Davis do? Dave, look at Dave say next topic, please.
Dave, he ain't got no sauce.
Listen to me.
He ain't sauce.
God is doing a work on Dave.
Absolutely.
Heavy work.
Dave ain't saucing.
Dave's awesome.
No boy.
Dave
Dave
is
ain't
awesome.
saucing.
Don't talk Dave voice to me.
That's probably I'll try to get my personal client. That guy there's top of the list. You know, he's
Dave ain't saucing. Dave is Dave the other day. Dave bad, almost fully gray. He ain't saucing.
Yeah, I know Dave's awesome.
I
Dave
know.
was fully great.
Dave,
You know.
Dave, if you come by the spot Saturday with a black bed,
Dave, you give me thumbs up, I'll tell them.
I can charge you double, Dave.
Thumbs down, Dave. I wouldn't tell them.
I wait to see what Dave say. I want to know because Dave say move on to this topic, and I almost sound personal.
Yeah, the personal.
Dave, come on, Dave.
Got something new, Dave.
Dave, don't disappoint me, man. Tell me you ain't saucing, man.
If you tell him he got something new, I mean, he try the old stuff too.
Valencia, Mary goes against you again. Valencia says to each his own, but I would not like my husband to dye his hair. Just keep it well groomed.
Absolutely.
I embrace nature.
Absolutely.
But Valencia, you know, and Jerome working that.
But Valencia, let me ask
Valencia,
you.
just give Tito's executive one shot at
You
it.
know what happens if you keep
Valencia.
saucing? If you keep saucing, you have to turn purple, you know.
Yeah.
Who tell you this?
I see it from my own two eyes.
Excuse me?
Stop. If you keep saucing 10 years in, that black can be purple. And you ain't nothing
It's
to do
never
with that.
turning purple.
I don't find your brand of humor funny. That's the point.
Listen to me.
And it's not purple.
that's
It's
a-
a dark, dirty brown.
Let's
Not
establish.
purple,
No, I
boy.
see purple. I see that thing purple.
That
Purple,
purple,
purple
yeah.
gain on burgundy.
Yeah, that's bit purple.
when you in between stage,
That burgundy purple.
you got right now you can do 2 weeks. But if you continue doing this for another 10 years,
Every 3 days.
you got to do it every 2 days. Otherwise, that little week,
That's fake news.
that can be put.
That's fake news.
All right then. After we get off here, I can tell you who the 3 people there.
And I can tell you, you have some.
Darwin has come back. Darwin says after some deeper thought, it's an appreciation for uniformity.
Oh man, there we go. That's him trying to be in the side. For Marine, I mean, you really give up fast for Marine now.
Understand, you know.
Yeah, understand where bread is butter.
Thank you, son.
Vera says, Miss Mary, not everyone has theirs growing
Absolutely,
like yours, ma'am.
Top flow, Vero.
I am with Tito, all gray, all black. The speckled look is a no. Personal preference, though. Yeah, Marion is another level. That thing right.
Beautiful gray.
Yeah.
When you're beautiful, Grace, roll with that.
KK, the dye. I try to move on this topic, but people still comment, and I really want to move right, but the comments coming in. I don't want. Once we leave, I want forward this. I want.
I'm going to show you, Pastor. Some people fooling on a dye. Better than black,
Yeah.
white, it blonde, it red.
I would know.
pink,
I would know what some of them feel
purple.
everywhere with dye and that perm they got in the hair.
No difference.
The dye should look as natural as possible. Some people using jet black only to look casket sharp.
I ain't gonna lie, they got us.
No,
They got us.
No, but it ain't even that.
I ain't like Pastor. Don't look good though.
It ain't even that.
And listen to me.
Let
Let me say what for me. Actually, fun enough. Meanwhile, just talk about it this week too. I say, how much longer we can be doing this thing?
Yeah.
No, I said, let me know how you stand.
Yeah.
Other thing was, he said, man, try it.
Yeah.
See, I had no problem with the spotted look.
Yeah.
I loved it. You know, I brag on it. I
Yeah.
had no problem with the gray.
Yeah.
She said, man, try it. Do something different.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay. Then no problem.
And what you did,
And I did it.
you understood.
The first time I didn't like it. It shocked me. It's like, hey, this.
Yeah.
But then you see yourself on TV, and that's it.
But then I see your picture. I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
Every time.
Because it shocked me. I was like, that ain't me. I don't know who that boy is in the mirror.
Yeah.
But I see one picture.
Yeah.
I said, boy,
That look good.
that look pretty clean right there. And boy, these little photos being trying to win me over.
Now, let me tell you something. Lisa Tito's wife birthday party last year or year before. Year before. No, last year prior to COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about before COVID?
I had just had a jet black.
I still have a
Spirits.
picture. Want me to say that?
Yeah, you could say it. It's fantastic.
We can tell them on Facebook. Then we're going to turn something.
Okay, go ahead.
It's fantastic. No, Facebook don't need to see my place of business.
No.
But just know it's fantastic. I was about a day out. Jet black.
I say, Peter, what is this?
And what I said,
Peter,
I said fantastic.
It was too much. It was too much.
He always says too much. He says go too far. And I continue to tell him. There's no such thing as too much.
I have no desire for doing that.
No.
But you still get a strong black in on here. I didn't want to think
But
black
he
against
got, got a lot.
Yeah, I get
No, I said then up there.
Yeah.
But you get a strong black down
I
here.
got strong black.
I will continue to this until
I understand.
if I get fully gray or if I stay fully black,
Yeah,
it don't matter.
no.
I ain't using no sauce.
That's your business.
Unless the sauce on some French
Let me tell you
fries.
something. Not only am I using the sauce,
sauce enough.
not only am I using the sauce, there's this thing they got now going on. It's a hot comb bed. It's changed the texture on your bed.
You going to that now,
So
too?
that you perm in your bed?
I guess I'll be next, yeah. I'll be next.
I know if I perm my bed.
That's your
neither.
business.
How does Astrid feel about what's going on?
She's fret, absolutely. Let me tell you why she's fret.
Is she natural?
I showed up, well, she is, but you know, she's one of them. She like Burroughs and white people. They get,
They get good in.
they're like us. They're like us. They're like us. See, when we talking about us, we got to talk about us.
Yeah.
We got to talk about
Astrid and Birds, they want us?
no, they're with us. Not that. They got them. You all know good. They got them good hair.
Yeah.
Dave says, Tito, there's no need for that. Dave says straight. So don't fool them. We good.
So David answer me.
And he says, Pastor, let's move on, please.
Hey, Pastor, I mean, Dave, I
Dave,
promise
buddy.
you, I charge you double tomorrow. Sunday.
Malika says, Carlo, so you can't keep. So you have to keep dyeing it because when you stop, green.
See, all they-
No, those who you saying green.
Pastor.
Yeah.
Prime example.
Right.
You see my boy bed to the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's because he
Yeah, she's
he good. He ready for one now.
Yeah.
Because he keep using it, that's what happened.
Yeah,
So
but
the least
look,
stop?
no, sir. See, I haven't used it in a minute.
That's why the color.
Yeah, but that let me know it's time.
Yeah, that's
That is
that's
let
what
me
they
know.
saying. That's what
Yes, that's just let me know.
But after a while, I go from brown to
And
the
when it
purple.
reaches that stage, I'll deal with it. I got it.
Let me. I can get these last of the comments, then we move on to our next.
I straight.
I can get these last of the comments, then we move on to our next topic. I really thought this, Dwayne. I really thought when Carlos said sauce, and he was talking about Pastor, doing Dwayne, I don't like this word you put here.
Yeah.
It's a bad word. I
Yeah,
am
that's
gonna
not
tell you.
the way did it.
Yeah, you talking about Pastor taking supplements for the gym. That's it.
Yeah.
The word he used, I don't like it. I don't
Yeah.
want to say that.
Yeah.
You know, it's the word.
No.
Yeah.
Now you know what it is, Dwayne.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Dwayne.
Dwayne's the ball at?
No, he had no choice. Maybe he's still ball
Yeah.
Well, how you gonna be ball
I always tell you.
Dwayne, you get a bet?
I always
You get a
tell you.
bet?
I always tell you.
I can't remember. Yeah, get some other bet. Do you get a bet?
Oh, you gotta go
still
in.
Dwayne?
But be careful, Boston.
Oh.
You like get yourself.
And Big ball, like a ball through your head back.
Go at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's a good man.
Yeah, I tell you that's
Good man. What is that? You don't have one strata great as a bishop. No, Dimitri was a good man. Not that nobody people is.
Yeah.
Oh man, great man. Great man.
Very,
That's
very.
a man of business. Good man. That he died as a boy.
All right.
That his brother works in ministry, works a friend of mine too. Know the whole family. All right, let's see if we close this off. I don't say, Pastor, don't let them influence you. Too late, I ain't lie.
Yeah.
I fought it, but they won.
Yeah.
They won. Like I said, the wife, and then we had a meeting on it. We had a conversation on it just yesterday.
I'm gonna send you a Facebook DM. I'll get you started out, buddy.
Just yesterday, and the conclusion.
I'm bothered with that.
What?
Just-
the conclusion was she said stay the course. She stay the course.
Just before we close, let y'all know, dyeing isn't only for gray. It's also to help the haircut look full. For some of y'all who don't know, the process for men dyeing their hair didn't come about
Was
because
it
they want to
the
change their
time?
gray. No, I wasn't here. So it's really for the process of looking full, especially for the bad.
That's what Peter sold me on.
Exactly.
That's
On
what
the full look. Yeah.
That's what you swing you.
Yeah. That's what he said. Yeah. Powerful.
I just trying to get him in.
That's one of our good friends do that with one of our good friends.
Yeah.
He ain't got no gray.
Yeah.
But he needs to look full.
Tito, you
That also shout out to my good
Tito,
friend Reno.
Tito.
You want to look full? Come and see me, buddy.
See, because some of your favorite celebrities on TV, I don't know what y'all think.
Vera says
Oh,
off
yeah.
black pastor, stay off black.
I see
The
that.
ladies
I see
would
it.
call it 1B.
Diddy.
I don't know what that means.
Diddy.
One slip off the jet black stuff, and it could get scary.
TJ
Peter
Khaled.
sounds like he didn't cross over.
Oh, absolutely.
But during COVID, you see everybody who was sauce.
Yeah, they came out.
Diddy, DJ Khaled, Cheesy. All that.
White.
But that wasn't no surprise. See, that was a surprise to you because you know so.
What's it surprise to me? Come on, man. You see the sharpest cut is me?
No, I don't, but no, like I know in my
You can see how dark that is, man.
White.
Let me tell you who's too good. Who's too good work? Drake Barbers do good work too.
Yeah.
None of them boys white, man. And again on Peter with his bad straightener. Tony said, y'all keep messing with that dye. Make sure do the eyebrows and use mascara for eyelashes. Can't go half stepping. Donnie, you don't crack joke. You won't be funny.
Yeah.
You won't be funny.
Hey, that's a violent punch. So what you could
Get
do?
away.
What you could do when your eyebrows start to grow gray?
Nothing.
When your eyebrows start to go gray. So your bad black, your hair sauce up, and your eyebrow gets some gray in it. What you could do
I'll
then?
put sauce in my eyebrow.
Boy,
You didn't think?
that's what they walking away. That's what they walking.
You didn't think?
You see how your hairline receding? I could actually fill that in for you, sir.
No, I don't mind.
I don't change the gray, you know. I could fill that in for you.
You think I was scared to say I'll sauce my eyebrow?
I trying to figure out if we thought you were singer, go there.
If that day comes around, you don't.
I want to dance an answer.
No, you know, Pastor.
Pastor be afraid to jump the shark first, and then
No,
he see
I
you
ain't
for a couple
doing
months, and he'll have to do with his normal.
Hold on, Dwayne say, watch your mouth, Pastor. I choose to keep my hair low. Dwayne, that's not a...
Stop it.
Dwayne. Get them, Dwayne.
Let it grow, Dwayne.
Yeah, let it grow.
I would say to you once when I said to someone, I deal with the best of others. Someone one day was getting their hair cut, and I simply went to them and I told them the truth that they needed their hair. I said, I turned them around a bit. I said, "You see that right there? I said, that there is nature telling you something.
Yes. And he listen, you know.
I said, you continue to fight it and fight it and fight it.
He doing it now.
But he now understands. He's come to embrace it. It is over.
COVID.
It is over.
That's been over.
It's over.
Is that message to Dwayne as well?
Oh, been over.
Yeah, Dwayne
over.
denial. And Donnie, as a wife, you need to help him. You should help me. Tell him it's done. Ain't that
My barber was in 2008. I was getting on the cruise.
Yeah.
And he was continuing to do some patchwork on this. and he cut it off and he said to me, let me tell you what, God, you get on this cruise. Let nature take its course. And when I see you in 7 days, let's see who wins, you or nature. And when I came back in 7 days, I said, nature won.
That's when you let it go.
Yeah, and he said, thank you.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on from that. And for those people who think we got insecurity issues, there are no insecurity issues for us.
No.
There are some with insecurity issues, but we ain't got none.
No, we ain't got none. No issues we have.
No. We
too much confidence.
We are men that are madly in love with ourselves. So there's absolutely no challenge there whatsoever.
Be too much confidence.
Madly in love with ourselves. All right, let's move now. Oh Lord, Donnie.
Let it go, Donnie.
Let it go. Donnie says, I embrace Dwayne's look.
Yeah.
And how he decides to keep it low.
That's a good woman.
No, that's a smart move. If I was going to embrace it too.
Yeah.
How you decide to keep it low?
Yeah.
You need to embrace it.
Yeah. No choice now. She done all in.
Yeah.
Huh?
You can move, look like.
Yeah, that's blowing right on me.
No, but she embraced it. She embraced it or embrace her. Either way,
yes.
If someone getting
there was some embracing
out. There's some embracing out.
All right, let's move on.
What do you name? Julian?
Yeah, y'all don't let me open it up. Y'all open it up and then I will. Who can be the host for this part of the show? I'll
deal with it.
No.
But I need a host.
No. Carlo. Let Carlo host it.
You want Carlo host part of the show?
You can't. Yeah, you can't.
I don't know that one.
Go on. Yeah, you can go on.
I
give you.
Now let me say this again for those who are here. This is Barbershop Talk, and I am Pastor Denzel when I go to the barbershop, and we have every conversation. So those who want to catch feelings, I have wonderful pastors who are listening right now. I get bishops, I get apostles, I get church members, church people. This is Barbershop Talk, and we will have the conversation as Barbershop Talk, and I will free my brethren to have a barbershop conversation, and I will respond in kind.
My opinion is shock you.
I shouldn't breathe heavy when they say this.
You could do you, man.
You want to breathe heavy? Go on, do it. You want to breathe heavy like you prophesying?
See that, and you got to be real with it. See, because it's Barbershop Talk, you got to be real with it.
I don't know how to breathe heavy like that.
No, I'm talking about where you have to be real with it when you discussing the issue. Maybe you got to put the political issue because it's a political.
Do you think it's a political issue?
So why you made the host then?
Right. So for those of you know, we're speaking about Apostle Julian Johnson that was just charged, formally charged.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
So you think it's a political issue?
Absolutely.
Why?
Because people are making it a political issue. People are saying.
So because people make it a political issue doesn't mean it's necessarily a political issue.
When you see certain people defending certain causes, you know it's a political issue. Like there's a friend of ours in that same chat group that will defend this particular issue based upon the fact of who is in government now and the person being arrested.
You lost me.
Just wait for the comment. And when the person comment on it,
my question is to Peter, has that been done before? Or only because social media is so prevalent now and heavily watched by the police?
Has what been done before?
What this guy did. Calling out someone and kind of
So the gist of what I get.
It don't have to necessarily be the police, but I just saying going out there.
Omar Archer.
Go ahead. See, that's what I want to know.
Omar Archer has done similar things.
Right.
And said similar things about prominent people in the Bahamas.
And he say if you're he say I got facts or something like that.
The difference is the persons would have not gone to file charges against said person. There was once an incident where the former prime minister, if you all remember, someone had said some derogatory things about him. An apology was issued by the person, and the former prime minister took the apology and said he's going to let it go. If that person did not apologize, and the former prime minister, Mr. Christie, had went forward with his charges,
you'd have been charged.
That person would have been charged the same day. Remember now, the
you mean pastor, that's when he got up on stage and said, "If anybody knows me,"
the pastor called.
Okay.
The name. Talked about charges or whatever.
Right.
The person name who he called has the right to say someone is saying something that's libelous against me. That's in the penal code. If you want me to read the code section off, I can read the section off here. It's in the penal code.
So that charge is legit.
I have it in my phone because I was waiting on it. I know
the charge is legit.
The charge is definitely legit.
It's a legit charge.
It's a legit charge.
So what I hear, right? Allegedly.
Go ahead.
So somebody go on this office.
Let me find the code.
Somebody go on this office.
Let's read that code
and say XYZ to him.
Who his office? Who's his? You have to find that.
The postal office. What name?
Okay.
Johnson?
Yeah.
Johnson or Jones?
Julian Johnson.
Julian
So
Johnson.
hold on.
So I say allegedly, I walk. Let's say I walk into Tito office, right? And I say, Tito, this one do XYZ, boom, 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 right? And then you decide that you get on Facebook to go say you have proof that Peter did XYZ based on what I tell you.
So y'all saying he didn't hear this from God?
Oh Jesus.
Because I mean that's what you just said. You said my boy come with some information. He just put it out there. So he didn't do that. And God said you need to stop. So he didn't do that. He do his own thing.
God telling me.
So he ain't a prophet no more.
I don't know if he's a
He
prophet.
may in fact be a prophet because this is where so Article 315.
Before you go to that article, let's finish.
I try to build your best.
If I start off by saying, by saying allegedly. I start off by saying allegedly. Right. I start off by saying allegedly.
I got it.
No, I just want to get clarity on what you said.
Allegedly.
I said allegedly there were some persons that allegedly. Everybody says allegedly. The show's Barbershop Talk. We're protected. In that we just this allegedly.
Right. Allegedly.
Based on what you heard on the street.
Right.
In the barbershop.
Yeah.
That there were some persons that
said
certain things to the apostle.
Right.
Concerning the commissioner of police.
Right.
That there were some sexual improprieties.
Right.
Okay.
Hearsay.
So let me ask you a question, right?
Hearsay is not inadmissible in.
I mean, all right. So
if proven,
I never listened to the whole thing, right? So basically, what from what Tito saying, basically the apostle prophesied that God told him this. That's what you said.
I know. I say, when I saw it, I thought God had told them about the stuff that person was doing, and he figured he'd just go there because God empowered him to say it.
I sort of question. I just sort of out of him. It's out of anything. Out of all the pastors and apostles in the world, why God tell them that?
That's irrelevant.
But I can't speak to that.
I can't
say.
I mean, I guess
that part.
So what if he did?
I mean, I know we can't speak.
That part's relevant.
We can't speak to that for you.
There are two issues to this. And the one issue,
let me hear the law.
Tell us the law. Article 315 of the Bahamian Penal Code define two types of defamation: negligent and intentional. If found guilty or liable of slander, individuals in the Bahamas can be sentenced to between 6 months and 2 years in jail. Now, the issue here
is that under libel? Is that the definition of libel? Because I heard someone say that libel is a kind of tricky.
No,
charge because libel speaks not necessarily to words, but to something that's published.
Under libel is cases which a person is guilty of libel, definition of defamatory matter, definition in publication, definition in unlawful publication, cases in which publication of a defamatory matter is absolutely privileged, case in which publication of a defamatory matter is conditionally privileged, explanation as to good faith.
What the publication means, though? What's the
so that's what I'm saying now. So does a video now fall under publication?
Yes, because on Facebook Live, yeah.
But by the law, though, no, not by what we talk about society. By that law,
as I said, though,
is it defined by the law? Is publication defined?
So Google what publication is.
No, but then still need to be defined based on that on the law itself.
But once the word is there, I could play with that word as much as I want.
But if it's not defined,
that's the first part. The second part is when you go to say I have been defamed, the onus on you now.
It's to prove how you defend.
No, it's to prove how you would defend. Meaning, if I'm saying that the person is saying these two incidents never happened and they happened,
I can ask questions.
So you were not defamed.
So what if someone comes and say yes, he did? I just said
then it's not liable.
Wow.
then it's not liable. If someone comes out and say yes, the commissioner believes did this, then it is not liable.
They have to prove it though.
But then it takes him off the charge.
It takes him off the charge.
Exactly.
If I'm saying
he got to go fight the battle with someone saying they did him.
But don't they still have to prove though? But even if they say
then the liable case is now against that person.
Exactly. Against which person?
Against the person, the secondary person.
No, how can it be against a secondary person if the secondary person didn't publicize it?
Didn't publish it.
Right, it wasn't publicized or published or whatever.
If the secondary person told anyone this.
Exactly.
And it get back to the pastor. Then you can't be liable.
No, Peter. But based on what you just read, you get
so what the person filed a complaint now based on that situation?
Based on what Peter just read, they can only charge the pastor because the pastor is the one that publicized it. So if I tell you something in secret or in confession, and you decide that you want to take that out and put it out there, then you could be charged because you publicized it.
So now let me ask you a question. What if the person who told him it says, now I'm going to file a formal complaint? Does that take him off the charge?
No, because he got charged with too much things.
Because it ain't defaming his character because this person comes out.
Yes, because
you missed what I said.
You still got to prove
under liable section 322 is also explanation as to good faith. If you have a good faith argument, which is that this person told me this.
But that person have the.
But now we're bringing in something here that is not necessarily applicable in this instance.
In this
right. Because now, notwithstanding what was just asserted by Mr. Ramsey,
yes,
that he would have heard somewhere on the street somewhere.
I said
allegedly.
I was going to get to that.
Now, what
we only could go on what we saw
on
social media. Yeah.
What was and there probably can be some persons, my contemporaries who probably having this conversation.
Yeah.
But I mean, I have a radio station and this is what we do. Barbershop Talk.
Absolutely.
You know, so when you get your radio station, y'all talk with
each other.
All right. I listened not to the piece that went in full circulation.
Right.
I listened to
the whole thing.
The body of the thing.
Yeah.
I didn't see the body of the thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So neither did I.
We have access to certain things
that you don't have access.
That you don't have access to.
Okay, so raise me a pastor.
So no, I can't raise you. No.
He can appraise you.
Still the smoke is wrong.
Yeah.
He can appraise you.
Certain places I can't bring you. I can't bring you certain places.
You could be appraised, but you can't be raised.
What they saying? The 21 prove me.
Remember Jesus said to Peter, John, are y'all stereo?
Yeah.
You stay. You watch.
So now now I know why pastor's coming for me just now because he see a part I didn't see.
Absolutely.
No. That's what I can say. This is what is it.
I say
that, and this way I can get your opinion on as non-man of the cloth.
Yeah.
The part that I paid attention to listen to is when he says this. That wasn't on that. He says, "I hear God say." To tell the commissioner of police. Now that wasn't in the piece that was cut. No, that's all on place.
Yeah.
Because those words carry some weight.
Yeah.
I thought that's what I heard though.
I hear God's, and you might have heard the longer version. There's a shorter version of being going a lot.
Yeah.
A short version. There's a longer one. I hear God say to tell the commissioner.
Okay, so why
to you brethren that are not men of the cloth, because once you say I hear God say, that means you suggest I'm speaking prophetically.
Yes.
Is there protection in you guys' mind? I know about the penal code now. So Reno, stand down. I ain't talking about the penal code.
Yeah.
In you guys' mind, if a man of God, woman of God, gets up and say, I hear God say to tell whoever this, are they protected?
They are, if in fact it's true. If it's not true, they're not protected.
But how do you determine it's true if I say I hear God
say?
So
listen, so this is my thing.
One second, I will tell you how it's true. If you hear God say it, then it happened. And then the police need to prove it.
But listen,
if they cannot prove it,
but Pete,
the way he gone wrong.
No, Peter.
The way he gone wrong.
So no.
The way he do it, right? He do it in a public forum. If he hear God say, he should have called homeboy or get a interview with homeboy and say, listen,
I agree with that.
This what God say,
right?
And then based on that private conversation between them two, it's almost like he maybe want to take credit for saying he putting them on blast in public.
Because if the brother comes out and say, I hear the Lord say to warn. That hold on. If I say God said to warn,
that's a different.
Then he actually did. He did actually used to. He said a warning. He actually said that.
Oh, wow.
So that means he is speak. This is not a defense of Julian Johnson. Let
You
me say
just-
this.
you just
Let me
say
say
what
this.
was said.
I said
Let me say this
defend-
emphatically.
No. I defended Julian Johnson. That's why I said
What?
I can take a.
I am not.
I'm going to take a stance.
No.
I'm
No.
defending him.
I have some things I defended, but not what was done. I have some things I defended.
If what he's saying is true, right?
Right. That's the part I defended.
So if he didn't hear it from God, right? I'm not a man in the
See,
God.
if it is true, we can't get
No,
it.
no,
See,
no,
if
no.
it's a no, let me finish the point. Then you finish the point. If I say I won you, that suggests that it may not even have happened yet. Because prophecy, if it's prophecy now, prophecy, there could be the word of we call it. There could be a word of knowledge, meaning something that has happened. Or there could be of the word of wisdom, that's something that's about to happen.
Right.
That's so the prophet could say, now y'all hear, I ain't supporting, I totally don't support what was done when it comes to what Julian Johnson did. I support what was done. It was erroneous, it was wrong, shouldn't have been done. I don't support what the police did in handling him last night either.
I support that part.
I don't support that either.
I support that part.
All right. So let me put that out there. However, that when I say this is a warning, that means I'm saying that this may have not happened. Either the penalty or the act.
But Pastor,
may have not happened.
You alluded to this last week, right?
Go for it.
And what you said is when you are amongst people, right? As Bishop Denzel now.
Yeah.
We sitting there, we talking, and you get a word.
Yeah.
That something going on with me.
Yeah.
Depending on what you hear, you can wait till the show over and you can put me aside and you got the conversation. Or if it depends, then you say if it's suitable, you'll mention it.
Yeah.
Right? If he heard what he heard from the Lord, from God, as far as it relates to the commissioner of police, his action should have been he should have reached out to the commissioner and set up a meeting or some kind of one-on-one for them to have a discussion. Blasting them out.
You don't reach out to pervert. If that's what he believes.
If he believes it's perfect.
He believes it's pervert. You don't reach out to pervert.
But why not, Peter? Why not have the conversation?
Because he's a pervert.
But how do you
but then the claim is that I was speaking prophetically, as he said.
Yes.
Right. So if I speak prophetically, I ain't calling you a pervert. I say that's what the Lord say.
Right. I said the Lord says he's a pervert.
So I don't know that, so I can say reach out to you. Because again, right, it's based on what the caveat is. It's a warning.
I've reached out to you through this stream.
No, but it's a warning.
That's not the way to do it, though.
No, that's not the way. That's not the way you would do it.
That's not the way to do it.
No, you see you making.
But see, Pete, let me know if we going wrong because there's no. He don't know that that's gonna reach the commissioner.
I know if he gone wrong.
I don't know. He know. You know. Everybody know when you put something on.
Not all the time. Not all the time.
They have a whole police department. They have a whole police department that is responsible for cybercrime.
Let me go there and put this on the record.
You think that he think for 1 second that I wasn't get to the police commissioner? I
only believe that, and I reserve my judgment to believe that it was right or wrong based upon a full investigation. If the alleged charges against the commissioner of police are founded or are proven to be unfounded. That is an issue.
Even if what the commissioner, even if what he said the commissioner did or he prophesied is true,
be careful now.
That it's still not the way to go about it. No. So Pete. No. After the fact, after the commissioner is proven guilty, right? And you would sit there and you would say that
would the commissioner proven guilty is guilty.
If the commissioner is guilty of what he prophesied, right? Then
you think after
proven guilty, then you say, listen, this police is guilty of doing X, Y, Z.
Right. So
but you know the police. He the police. He's a man of the cloth.
So Garfield.
No,
I mean, so Carlo. Let me ask you a question.
Before you ask it, he's a man of the cloth that received a word from God. That is responsible for one individual only. That conversation should have been had between one individual only.
Let me ask you a question. Let's take it from that heinous charge. Let's break it down to me saying, Pastor, I have a gun.
Tito, let me just pause a second. That was very impressive. Remember the heinous charge? Yeah, that was good placement.
Yeah, because I can break it down for you right now, but I can bring it down a little smaller.
I mean, I just like that word you use, heinous. I
said nothing Bishop Dancer rule. Like it come out a little bit. I didn't know I could use that word.
I guess I want to know you bought it.
If I go on social media and say, Pastor, it's sell gun, right? And he's have gun or whatever, and I go and just blast it out there. And now he said the famous character, they go and charge me, and I have evidence where he has gun or have guns or whatever or sell guns. Do I now when I present in court, do I beat that charge?
Yes.
Understand where I'm going with
you would
this?
have said-
You're saying I lie and I mess up his character. This pastor. Tito.
Pastor say, Pastor,
No.
please don't sell guns.
No. See, you're going around the thing. Stop that.
Yeah.
You going around the thing.
Hold on. So, and then you have to listen to what Pastor say too. Pastor say this could have, or this also could have not happened. Like he get a warning. So Pastor say it's so listen.
And if it didn't happen, he is 1,000% wrong.
Let me finish.
Yeah, but Pete. So if
right now.
No man, dude, you're going on the
he
thing.
said okay, like our pastor say, he says this is a prophetic word,
Right.
He get a, and this is a warning,
Right.
So this could have possibly not even happen.
And then he 1,000% wrong.
Yeah, but
Burroughs, before you get yourself in any deeper problem,
Understand what I'm saying?
I call the man in charge and I say, listen, I trying to be private. I say, listen, man, that what you doing on the side, stop that. We know how that crew go. No, that crew come now deal with me, right? No, Tito, it never get dealt with.
See, this my point. See, all right.
See, I was gonna go to the party. He tell them, man, he is scared of what they can do them. I will get into that. I will get, because see that piece. Again,
I forget that piece.
See again, you gotta understand what I say. What I'm saying is this:
you know more.
based upon
Go ahead.
the apology or Mr. Johnson's actions to me, looking at the case, where I would reserve my judgment is on.
not really.
I'm reserving my judgment to see whether or not
Can I get it a little bit?
the actions of the police commissioner are proven to be false or not. If the commissioner of police actually did what this man is alleging, I don't care how this Mr. Johnson brought that about to the public.
See,
it does not matter to me.
See, well, let me say that the problem is when you say you don't care how Mr. Johnson brings it.
He is Mr. Johnson.
If he is Mr. Johnson,
Right.
I'm cool with it.
That's my point.
The problem is that once you bring it as Apostle Johnson,
Right.
Prophet Johnson, there are certain and I hold on. I asked you for your opinion on it. And there's a way that we view it from what we are called to do.
Right.
What our ministry
See,
is, because our ministry now, the ministry given to the believers, and this you all tell me, no, it's not a preaching show. This Barbershop Talk.
But I just get to
the
that
ministry
point.
given
Right.
to every believer is the ministry of reconciliation. That's the ministry. Every one of us got a church. Every believer, once you're a believer, we all have a church. Our church is called the Church of Reconciliation.
That's fine. But
Every church. The after the scripture talks about all the gifts in 1 Corinthians 12. 1 Corinthians 12. All y'all know will come after y'all. Let's know y'all come after that. What come after 1 Corinthians 12 talking about gifts is 1 Corinthians 13. Chances are that was read at all y'all wedding. 1 Corinthians 13 is the scripture that talks about love. Right after he talks about prophecy, the next scripture, he says, behold, I show you a more excellent way. That's after he brings down all the gifts, prophecy and this and that, and the miracles, this and that. That's 1 Corinthians 12. He ends up by saying, now, let me show you the more excellent way. There's another system that governs us as men of God. We got another system that we got to operate by.
See, that's the point I was trying to make. I tell you, going on the thing.
So we have another code. Our code is bigger than the penal code.
I get that.
Our code way bigger than that.
No, you don't get that, Peter.
No,
You don't get that. If it was Omar Archer making those accusations, it wouldn't have been no thing. I would have been whatever.
No, it's not
Right? No, it wouldn't have been a thing because Omar Archer,
right, Pete? I get what you're
Omar
saying.
Archer would have gone on there and said,
That's my point.
I see what you're saying.
yeah, but the charges.
Our listeners are saying, gentlemen, please talk one by one.
Okay, sorry.
They can't hear.
So Peter, what I saying, right? What I
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Thank you, Tito. Because in the barbershop, unfortunately, there's that. I know we say we raise our, but we don't raise our. But however, for the sake of our listeners, we will try our best to do one by one. So that's my but for the record, I did turn over the moderation of this part of the show to Carlo. He's doing a horrible job. He's not maintaining the order. All right, because I gave up the chair. He's now chairing this part of the meeting.
was trying, but you interrupt me. You did interrupt me. You start talking about the Bible, you gotta sit quiet there.
I apologize.
But that's the point I was trying to make, Tito. When you use that example, it don't work because this is a man of the cloth. And he didn't just come on Facebook and say, I heard. He said God told him. So that's my thing. If God tell you something and it affects an individual, I think you should have that conversation with that individual, despite whatever it is, despite how you personally feel about it. And me as a non-man of the cloth, like not a pastor or apostle, the way I approach things can be different from how a pastor or apostle should approach a situation, especially if they get in the word directly from God himself.
You said, Maureen, you have a million comments, by the way. I'm excuse you. So no, keep on going. I just want to let you know if you can moderate.
Too many people.
You have a lot of comments, so I don't know how you can deal with
So
them.
wait, let me start. Hold on, Peter. Let me get
I have the one highlight. So as you go, you highlight them so they can see on the screen. You see?
All right, then. So
I have a big, so I can't see.
That's fine. I ain't get my glasses neither. So Anwar Moxie say we should watch what we say or put out there in the atmosphere. Dave said, especially if it's written. Anwar comes back and says, you need to have proof.
Touch it, go on the screen. If you don't touch it, go on the screen.
All right.
There you go.
Anwar say you need to have proof. He couldn't say whatever he said without proof. They think that the commissioner wouldn't take action. Makiba Russell say freedom of speech doesn't exist in the Bahamas. Here comes Peter Front. Ms. Vera. A prophet needs proof before they thus says the Lord, since when I am not saying he was right or wrong, but it can't be the benchmark for what people are allowed to say or not say. And welcome back again. Knowing that this is the same person who implies that men who commit suicide are weak. I guess I know.
But the commissioner said that.
The commissioner did say that. I remember that right.
Mm-hmm.
But didn't he clarify that though?
How?
Or he tried to clarify it? He tried.
Yeah.
We know say
He definitely misspoke with that one. I mean, but Barbershop wasn't on there then because I wish he was on there then. Boy, it's like whoa.
We know Tito. We know say clap. Great reference to the penal code.
Yeah.
Well, that's you.
That's yeah.
I was trying to give you some. Kevin Moss say, mark your word. That case is going to be going on for a while. All the dumb other is that they throw it out if they don't want to be petty or political. This here I say.
You forgetting to touch the screen.
Sorry. I can learn.
Yeah.
This here I say even if you haven't. Anwar say protection. Oh no, a lot of these false prophets.
Boy.
Careful.
Anwar, you won't cook in it. Anwar say which God here. Here comes Anwar again. Listen, there's been a lot of actions throughout the course of time where we said to be done because God said. Most of those actions were horrible and could never be passed down by God because the nature of God. I agree with Bishop. They couldn't bail him. I agree with Bishop. They could have given bail from yesterday because they wasted court time and he turned himself in. And so it ain't. So what? So he ain't a threat. Again, a threat to society.
So he wasn't giving bail?
No,
you almost finished. You almost finished. Two more. Leave Tito alone. Vera said leave Tito alone. Tara said one person at a time.
No, you ain't finished. There's plenty more. I don't know why it's stopping.
All I know. But I can stop right there because when they finish,
pinch it.
No, pinch it.
Pinch the screen.
He ain't getting ball. That's it, Pastor. All done.
You don't know how to pinch it.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, that's it. So Kevin Marcy, Brother Tito, first of all, they will make Bishop file a lawsuit against you for defamation of character. Oh, there it comes. And they will be never pick up for Bishop or file a complaint. If you see that example, Tito, for you, I guess the example you use.
Yeah.
They said, my option is regardless of who told them, either God or man, regardless whether it was true or not, an offense was committed. That's what they say. Davis, my boy. There you go, Pastor.
An offense was committed.
I can't read no more. I like my eyes are.
I started offense by who though?
By him?
I reserve my judgment on the pastor, on how he would have said what he said, until I find out the details of the investigation.
But the challenge with that, though, TP, is that let's say it was an accurate prophecy. Let's say it was.
Right.
Let's say it was.
That
could be 3 years down the road. That could be 10 years down the road.
You mean that it would have happened?
No, when it does happen, yeah.
It could happen. When it will happen, or could happen. If it didn't happen.
Yeah, the onus. Okay. So what's the
let's go down this little rabbit hole there.
There you go.
Thank you, sir.
Make sure
if it is an accurate prophecy, you give me the chair back.
Yeah, let's make sure.
Yeah,
our listeners know you in charge now.
If it is an accurate prophecy, it could happen 10 years down the road, 15 years. See, when you work for God, you're doing God's work. It's not for man's approval. And if you work from God, and you given the message from God, God will vindicate you. But you only got it. It may not be 6 months. It may not be 12 months. It may not be 18 months. And that's why that's why I open it to you all here. What you got to say, because there's a delicate balance here.
Feely stuff would have been going on with the stuff.
if it was going on.
What's going on?
Yeah, but I mean, Pastor, suppose it's a prophecy. See, because you playing two edges of the sword, though, Pete. Because you say
that's why I don't have no issue with the commissioner of police going forward to clear his name and this man being charged.
The brother came out with a statement and says, "I would never go in and accuse the commissioner of police." That's crazy. How would I say he committed rape? That's what he said in the interview that he did last week.
After?
Also, he's saying, "Go down, listen."
He said, "Yeah, this is a message that God gave him."
Hold on, man. Say it again.
Stop the thing.
You can't put God on trial, Pastor. Pastor.
That's what I'm saying. The brother says, I would not ever. I ain't that crazy to go make accusations against commissioner of police. I was given a prophecy. That's a prophecy. The Lord gave a prophetic word, and I was releasing a prophetic word.
Hold on, boss.
So why do it publicly though?
I am my Denzel. I just telling you what was said.
So listen, hold on. So wait.
You're quiet now.
So hold on.
Go ahead.
No, before you talk. So he said this after the video was exposed.
Sorry.
So he said it afterwards.
Absolutely.
So he ran in for governor. He looking for bail out.
He said I gave a prophecy.
I think y'all mess with that boy just too. That fella say, listen to me. Y'all trying to charge me? God tell me that.
That's what I'm trying to see. That's the part that I was. That's why I asked my question. Now I guess now you can answer my question. Now I don't know how y'all feel. Is there prophetic protection? That's what I asked y'all. How you feel?
He say, Judge, you trying to charge me, but God.
Peter, why you pushing away your mic? Peter, you got a mic. Peter, pull your mic back.
About it.
That's why I asked you a question. There. You didn't read the penal code, and I asked you all. I said, is this? How do y'all feel as non-men of the cloth? Is there protection?
You can't have protection when you being ruthless like this. When you being irresponsible like this.
But if I say the Lord tell me, no protection.
But I think you being irresponsible. As an apostle, I think you're being irresponsible. And I say irresponsible because of the way that he did what he did. And that's why I say irresponsible.
When you have God tell you to do something, you go do what God tell you to do. You don't worry what man tell you to do because you say God tell you to do.
I mean, Tito, man. You know what?
But Tito is right.
If Moses went to Pharaoh and say, listen, and I tell me this irresponsible. In front of everybody, you know Moses, you know Pharaoh's killed you. He said, listen, go and tell them my people go. Now the maid, them who sat in the background like, this boy crazy. He said, go and tell them my people go.
Right. You know Herod them was crazy. You know John the Baptist.
You know this.
John the Baptist say, but hey, that's your brother, wife, seeing you, man, and call him out.
Right, but there's an issue. There's an issue with that.
But when he say he
no, but there's an issue with that.
What the issue is?
The context of that is, and through subsequent conversations with Pharaoh talking to Moses, his ex-brother, or his not ex-brother, his brother. Those two conversations come to the forefront that God, in fact, was talking to Moses.
Right.
And Moses never come off of the story that what he was saying was a direct reflection of, a direct reflection of what God is saying. See?
But you're missing the point. Before you go on. Because Pharaoh is prideful. The shame that
let me let Peter finish his point. Finish, Peter. Go ahead.
I gave a Jeff theory. Go ahead. Moses boldly jump up and tell Pharaoh to his face, God say, let my people go.
Right.
And in subsequent conversation, when the Pharaoh asked Moses, what you doing, bro? Mm-hmm. He said, what I doing? I repeating the message to you. God say, let my people go. Subsequent conversation after that. So Pharaoh come them and say, you ain't see what's going on? Moses say, you ain't hear what I say. God say, let my people go.
Preach, Peter.
I ain't come and say, Commissioner do X, and then 2 days later say,
so you can't jump off the right. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Say, God say.
No, but now here's why I saw BP. That's why I told you I listened. I went back in the context. Right. I don't think you understand what I was trying to say at the beginning. Remember, I said I listened to the entirety, and he began by saying, "This is a word from the Lord."
Right.
So what he said last week,
the original interview,
the entire thing,
the original interview said he started by saying it was a word of the Lord
in the entire video,
and then when he was interviewed again, he said he would not make false accusations.
Right, he's saying it's a prophetic word.
So he doing what pretty much he doing what
he say he should do.
And Pharaoh was a prideful man,
and then the man come back and say, "Hold on, don't forget now. Yesterday he did not plead guilty. He said he pleaded not guilty."
Right.
But he can plead not guilty
because he said, "I ain't liable to man go." I say what he say. I don't know what he say. I don't know. This still. I'll be careful talking about it in the courts. But he pleaded not guilty. That's all I know. So I ain't getting no further than that. I don't know.
So how could you plead?
That in the courts.
I mean, yeah, you can plead
We
not
had a
guilty.
defense. We know the defense can be.
Yeah, you can plead. You can plead not guilty. Right, right. You. I understand. I agree. You can plead not guilty.
Adjudicate this case. What has to happen? It's very simple. What has to happen?
All right. What you the judge.
What has to happen?
Peter Weston, Esquire.
If
All right.
it will come
We ain't
down.
my no face cousin.
It will come down. This whole case will come down to whether the commissioner did. What is he being accused of?
I ain't sure.
All right then.
So that's why actual what if this guy now to prove that he's right? People come on and say, okay, like how they do with the rest of these football players. When one say it, but 1,000 has come behind.
Yeah, but see, that don't
What
take
happens
that
then?
does not take away from the bishop's charge, though, from the
It
apostle
have to,
charge. No,
because
it
people
doesn't.
coming forward. So now he's not proved to be a liar because you saying I messed up your character, but now people come out saying he did. So how you can now charge me for something?
They have to. All right, the people who supposedly coming out and say he did X, Y, Z, they have to prove that.
He got to prove he didn't.
No,
Because when the police come,
no,
Carlo, you don't have someone go to the station and say Carlo raped me.
You do
Then
not.
go to say Carlo raped me.
No, sir.
They don't come and pull you in for question.
No, you
have a conversation. They just come to your job, handcuff you, carry you, and you got to prove your innocence.
That's fine.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's fine.
You got to prove your innocence because you are now being said that you sexually
But
assaulted
the
someone.
commissioner of police isn't under arrest.
I just got a comment.
You
I just got a
missed
comment.
what
I
I
just got a comment just now. That's interesting. I know other commenters don't get offended. Please don't get mad. I can come back to y'all. But this one popped up just now. I got to get this. This is from Reno. Reno says there is no legislation, and I asked this from the beginning. There is no legislation under Bahamian law that protects prophetic words. So it does not matter if he says his message was from God.
When I pull the mic over
He
here,
was the
I
vessel
gonna tell
that
you
relayed
all that.
the word. See, no, and that's where this gets now in a little funny area. And there's some things I want to say when the show over. Because this could go in
your favorite topic.
this could go in a
About
very
the Constitution, about the separation.
this could get in a very
About
interesting
the separation of church and state in this country.
this can get in a serious place
A
now.
very serious place.
So because based on what Reno's saying, there's no protection
None.
with what happens on the pulpit
None.
in this country.
There's none.
It's interesting.
Mhm.
There is no protection.
There's none.
Now there was a custom becomes law kind of thing because you just don't touch the preacher.
Absolutely.
You don't touch the preacher.
No. And
But-
the preacher's allowed to say what because there have been many things preachers have said over the years that have been could be borderline
Jail.
jail. There have been many explosive things preachers. have
But hold on now, let me add something because Reno say there's no legislation under Bahamian law. Now, I am not a lawyer, no stretch of imagination. Though close to me, we have a law officer here.
Yeah.
What's the preamble say?
The Constitution.
Yeah.
Free speech.
Yeah. No, the preamble talks about an abiding respect for Christian principles, right?
Correct.
This whole
Does that fall under Christian principle?
hold on. If Christian, we don't about Christian principles, Christ principles, the Son of God. If I say God say this, can there be an argument that this is covered?
So listen.
As
So
a
hold on. All
respect.
right. So hold on. So does it only apply to pastors? Because I could go in the middle of Rawson Square and do something and say the Lord, tell me do it.
Yeah, but you don't have a
Actually, you get. I mean,
So that's it. So
I know,
so
I
that's what he said.
don't do it, you get locked up.
But hold on, we go on.
The pulpit can give you a little bit more strength.
Case the Pope didn't get Johnson no strength because he locked up.
You should do it.
He was charged.
no, but I mean, I don't. We have not, and I don't think.
You want me to be honest?
I don't think we can hear.
If he had done it from the pulpit, he wouldn't have been locked up.
He wouldn't?
No.
Right.
He probably wouldn't have.
He wouldn't have been locked
He
up.
wouldn't have.
Probably wouldn't have. You probably have a point there. Dave Forbes said church and state must be separated. Pastor, I ain't said nothing. Dave, I ain't said nothing. I only read the preamble.
Peter been saying that for years.
Mr. Forbes, you don't know where you living. There is no separation
Let me get all
of
them.
church
No, it's plenty.
and state in the common
Let
law.
Pastor get some of them garments.
Let me get some of these.
People say, please read my garment.
People tell you that? They
Yeah.
actually do? All right, here we go. My Dave says this early on, this early Dave, this isn't just the last Dave just now. My option is, regardless of who told him, either God or man, and regardless of whether the info was true or false, an offense was committed. Vera says, but does the possibility of truth down the road free him from the consequences of a present offense? I don't know, Vera. That's why I bring it up.
You can't get shot though.
I know. I just throw things out there. Vera says this is if what he did is defined eventually as an offense. The issue of what a publication is going to be called into question. That is very true. What's a publication called? Is this thing going to be called? Is the law going to allow us to be called a publication? Shandy say, I dizzy. Me too, Shandy. God tell me that can't be a get out of jail free card.
It is though.
We can find out. Anva say, what God? Oh Lord. If that earns prophetic protection, the prophetic is being cheapened. Absolutely.
I will be careful now.
Absolutely. Tabitha set apart Munnings. What's the difference between him and Bishop Neil Ellis, who said God said and went and twisted his words during an interview?
Say that again. I didn't hear it.
What's the difference between him and Bishop Neil Ellis, who said God said and went and twist his words during an interview?
Oh, I'm familiar with that interview.
Now, I ain't sure what she's speaking to. I don't know if she's speaking to when Bishop Ellis spoke about Marlon, when he said he was referring to Marlon Johnson, and it was said that he was speaking about the Prime Minister. I was waiting for that comment to come up.
I know.
I was waiting for that to come up.
I'm familiar with that. I remember.
Probably.
He did that from the Bible.
Yeah. But I mean, person said he was talking about the Prime Minister, and he doubled back to talk about Marlon.
Even if he was talking about the Prime Minister, I didn't have an issue with it because I didn't think that he said was.
But I will say this, and I say this from somebody that people don't be scared to comment. Now I don't protect this Barbershop Talk, and we be honest here. But I do have a personal relationship. I have a relationship with Bishop Ellis, and I can say it's based on the relationship I have with him. He has said those comments relative to the financial secretary on several times in private. So that is not a secret. Anybody who's he said that about his struggle with that.
He ain't the only one about it.
And he said that in an earlier message before.
Prominent behaviors I've said
so that's
on plenty social platforms. In fact, some in which that Mr. Johnson have commented on it himself.
So I only say that to say when you say that Bishop Ellis doubled back, that part I can't allow because of what I know. That's not the case. When I listen to the message, because people was calling me say, "Boy, Bishop Ellis called the Prime Minister. He said don't believe in God," and I actually listened to that sermon. I listened to that sermon live and I listened to it. I watched it on Facebook. I say he said that, so I go back again. I said when he said that, but because I know
who he's talking
about, I didn't even hear what everybody else said. So I had to listen really intently. The third time, I say, "Oh, this is what they thought," but he was not. It was in the same frame. You public speaking, and it was in a flow, right? And so persons assumed that he was talking about Marlon, but I knew he wasn't. He was talking about Marlon, and like I said, with every confidence. He wasn't talking about the Prime Minister.
He was talking about Marlon.
He was talking about Marlon.
But I mean, Marlon open, but I do know.
And that's why, and I think being responsible, that's why he did it, because he knew that Marlon was open.
Yeah.
Marlon is very open about
that.
Him being atheist.
Yeah,
we all know Marlon's a member of the Barbershop. Well, he was, and he's very open. We have a candid conversation about it in the Barbershop. He and all of us.
Yeah,
so it's not a secret.
I need debate started.
Oh, yeah, he's going down with that shit.
He can debate.
But I told him I believe he can preach before he dies, so I still believe in that. So he can come around full circle.
Also not a member of
NCA. So we can see how that goes.
But I don't want to be trifling.
Thank you, Carlo. He was being irresponsible. No one pressed charges. That's the difference. Well, wait till you putting Moses and this guy in the same boat. No, it was a principle that Tito was expressing. I think it was a good example, actually.
It wasn't bad.
It's a good try.
Yeah, no, it wasn't bad. I don't think it was bad at all. I don't think it was bad. Doesn't matter why twist. There's no legislation. Okay, that was what Reno said. Let me see if I can get. If you say we row and an apostle say he don't care what the consequences are. So what you're around for? that too is facts. David, see Peter going in the smoker's room. I can see he going quiet. He in the smoker's room. I watch you go in the smoker's room. I see. I can always tell when you exit to go in that smoker's room. David says that's why, as a pastor, he should have not used names when he went on Facebook.
He shouldn't have gone on Facebook in the first place. See, hold on, somebody ask you a question. Did he go on Facebook? Because somebody else say, when you preaching, you are sometimes in the spirit. The spirit could reveal value in preaching, right? Did he go? Did he go on Facebook? Did he go on Facebook to preach? Was he preaching on Facebook, or did he go on Facebook just to expose what, or just to not say expose, just to say what he heard?
I want to ask Pastor a question. If he preaching to his, just say you have 20 members, and I use 20 for a specific reason. Say you have 20 members, and that was just in his 20 members group.
And they spread it.
And someone posted online.
No, that what happened. He wasn't in a church.
No, but no, he wasn't.
No, I'm in church. Somebody said he could have been like in a Zoom.
But it's a
No, that's strictly live.
This discussion has changed
yeah.
my passion against debate. I'm now going to do
Let's finish read some more. Let's read some more.
I think the commission should let that one go.
Let's read some more.
You should let that one go.
The fruit of the spirit
Let's
against.
hear what this.
Tabitha says, the fruit of the spirit against such there is no law. Very good point. Very good point. That's scripture, Galatians 5 and somewhere in there. The fruit of the spirit against such there is no law. That's actually in the scripture.
You know,
when you function in the fruit of the spirit, there is no law can be held against you.
But we know the answer.
Commission simply say he ain't never do that. And let it go. Idiot with it.
He tried to set an example.
God covers.
Carlo, idiot with it.
God covers and watches over His own word. It ain't what you say; it's the spirit you say it in.
And let me tell you something. How I know this?
And that's the fruit of the spirit.
How I know politics ain't involved? If politics was involved, and political people were asking about this, they'll tell Gabesh, hey,
Let that go.
let that one go.
Yeah.
I'm kind of disappointed, Mr. Wilson, because he ain't watched this whole video. I can show him some pieces. I can show him the part that happens 84 seconds before this part about the commissioner.
I don't see it.
No, I can show it to
No,
you.
I won't see it.
No, I can show it to you. I can do it off camera because I what I will not do. Whoever take it away, take it. I don't care. I am not playing that on the station, so I'm not playing that.
No.
All right, so I will not, and that's not gonna happen here.
We ain't gonna do none of them on station. None. Don't get out.
No, because I ain't gonna be a part of publishing that.
Notice we've
And-
never done it, we ain't never do it.
No,
I ain't walking through that little silver gate across the road.
For no one.
Coming out no black bar.
For no one.
we don't say LOL. I like your angle, Pastor, but I like how Carlo conducts because everyone deserves the right to protect themselves from libel or slander. I still say what I say. I ain't backing down. We are not used to persons making formal complaints in relation to libel or slander, but recently more and more persons are reporting matters to the police, and it's going to increase with social media. Let's get this that whoever department that doesn't handle that, they better get ready.
Which is why they created new laws for it, because
Right? It could be heavy.
They even say, Peter, you're getting soft in your old age.
no, I am because
No, he bends off.
I've been so, but the reason why
And Vera says true.
Listen to me. Them girls, that female football team break him long time. He bends off.
One of the things that was said is that, and I will say this, one of the things that was said right before, immediately, this was the segue into the Commissioner of Police.
Yeah.
Because the whole video was talking about brave, get ready, because get it together, because you, laws call you to be the next prime minister. Man. That's where this whole thing begins. I'm going to say this, and it is what it is, I don't care.
Yeah.
That's where it begins. And then the segue was, we got to watch that he used the Commissioner of Police to help swing the election. That was the segue to get to the commissioner.
We have the what? Say it again.
It was something concerning the election
Yes,
and the
heard
commissioner
that.
of police.
I heard that.
That segued
Yes.
into the conversation of the commissioner of police.
Yes.
So there's conversation about brave, preparing yourself and
Yeah.
do right and keep your promises and
Yeah.
don't lie to the people and this and that, whatever the case is. God hand on you, brave, whatever the case is, that kind of stuff. Hey, that this is not my show with the preachers and the prophets for us to now judge prophecy. The Bible talks about judging prophecy. That ain't what the show is. I just saying what happened. So he did that. The transition to how you get to what everybody saw was about the commissioner working along with the F&M government to try to swing this election, this kind of stuff like that. And that's how we now segue to the Lord say, there's a warning now to the.
So let me,
So let me understand something.
You just take the ice cream and drop it in hot water.
I triple it down on my statement. Hey, let that go.
So let me understand something. So
That story don't have nobody.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't have anybody. But I will say this
this is baffling.
because the prefix to my name officially is Bishop Denzel Roll, I gotta say that it was out of order. The whole thing was out of order.
Is he a licensed pastor?
I don't know what that is.
And that was my.
Now, if you ask me, is he a licensed pastor under the Highway Church of God?
Yeah.
The answer is no.
Okay.
Because we got them
Right.
Ian
under the Highway Church of God.
Ian and I were just going.
No.
You sure? So listen, man. I mean, I don't understand.
Probably.
Man, you can't.
Probably.
So
It was a response.
So we talk about the future in politics, right? He talk about the future in politics, and then he talk about, man, Pastor,
What you want to say, Carla? I don't know if you on or off the statement.
because I trying to figure out, like,
I don't understand it now.
why would you, right? Like, if you're a man of the cloth or apostle, so his name says. I'm sorry, as an apostle, right? As an apostle, why would you, if you are doing it, or if he did do it, right? Why would you play with that like that?
What's a man of the cloth? Let me answer. You say he is a man of the cloth. What's a man of the cloth in your mind?
What you said terminology all that? You say you just said we're not man of the cloth. What you say?
I say the only man of the cloth.
Yeah, so
But I ain't say who is man of the cloth. You don't twist me up. Don't mix me up. I ain't never say he's a man of the cloth.
I never say you say he was a man of the cloth. I just assume if you say we're not.
Because
the cloth represent you being a pastor.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
That's what it is.
I asked him.
I don't know what he say.
Because people use that term
Peter just confirmed as a man of the cloth.
Because even if you're a Christian, some people use say you use a man of the cloth.
No. I don't know.
Not for Christians.
I heard people say that before.
Not for Christians.
No.
Not for Christians.
I never heard that.
Not for Christians.
You're supposed to be a man of the cloth. I'm not backing up that. I've heard that before. You're supposed to be a man of the cloth, and you're doing this.
We don't refer to deacons. We don't refer to deacons as no man of the cloth.
People use that word loosely.
We refer
That's
to
not a word.
pastors.
That's a phrase.
We refer to pastors, priests,
Apostles.
apostles.
Yo, I ain't never called that boy.
I've heard that term
No, man, nobody
loosely
church right
before.
there by Red Cross.
What church are you? What's it?
I've heard person address me like that before.
What church are you? What church are you? Oh, that's what I do.
I've heard people address me like that before, Pastor. So you're supposed to be a man of cloth, and you're doing this. I've heard it before. So my thing is,
You back on that.
He bold.
Yeah.
Why you crying, man?
I was waiting on him. I know he's coming. I was waiting on him.
Help these brothers, Lord.
Let it go.
I ain't saying that.
You know, Tito. I was going to tell you Tito Lito. Tito Lito is also.
A man of the cloth?
Well,
According to the boss, what makes you a man of the cloth?
Is he?
A man of the
A
cloth?
man of the cloth is defined by
Let me hear this.
as
Your leader, not my leader.
priest or a clergyman. I try to find the origin.
Please use the word loose.
Yeah.
Please use the term loose.
No, not me.
You. Not me. I've never used it loose.
Jonathan Swift used cloth as an informal term for the clerical profession in the early 18th century, but it was earlier applied to several other occupations for which distinctive clothing was worn. Example, the legal or military professions. So I guess because they wore distinguishing clothing,
They call them clergy.
they call them men of the cloth. And so I guess the religious men kept it. Wearing a little uniform and whatnot.
Oh man.
I mean, I guess we ain't that's men of the cloth. We ain't really wearing them clothes no more.
Well, some of y'all is wear robes and other stuff.
At times.
You know, that's when you have. That's but I go on to say not everyone. But not everyone have robes.
They can list you like that. What's
So-
the call on?
so
What's
Bob-
the
Not
call on?
everyone
so
can
Bob-
get.
so
Not
Pastor,
everyone can get.
What's the
robes.
difference between if you could tell me what's the difference between a pastor and
Now it's time for this.
A pastor and a woman.
a apostle?
We'll take this off. No,
No, a pastor and a apostle. I don't want to know the difference.
We'll take this off here. This ain't time for this. We got another topic we want to slide and do. This ain't being time for
Yeah,
this.
couple minutes.
We might
Yeah,
be
we
able
got-
to
What the next
Yeah,
topic is?
I'm not afraid to answer the question, but it takes some time.
Yeah, that's what I said. Let's do
It
that.
takes some
That's
time.
Next show. So what the
What's
next
next
topic is?
So would we conclude that topic or we
No,
this
we
Barbershop Talk?
gotta
Conclusion?
come on that next week.
He gotta
need
come
more
on that. He
details.
gotta come on that because we can need money. Because you hit me with
We gotta open up with that.
you hit me with some days
you talking
tonight
about?
that
Now, but let me just close it with this though. I mean, I'll just say this though. I don't like the way, to me, it was cheapened the way it was handled.
Oh, we can finish up on that. Yeah, let's not do that.
To me, it was cheapened.
Because we talk about the other aspect of him not receiving.
Yeah, because my thing is that, okay, you bring him before the courts because of libel, and you want him that he should be held responsible. No problem. I have no problem. That's what you want to do, Mr. Commissioner. Absolutely no problem with that part. But the way it went down yesterday, that you brought him in, you asked him to, he came in of his own accord, his own volition. He came in, and you charge him, go through all the process of charging him, and then when you get before the magistrate, you say, "Oh, we ain't have our little thing ready for the whole bail hearing. We ain't have it ready, so he got to spend a night in Fox Hill." As a result of that, he was walked out through the front door. That is not done.
Preposterous.
Because you heard right, he was walked out to the front door.
Yeah, preposterous.
You walk into the front door, they take you out. They have ways to get you out of the building for that same reason.
Right.
But he was brought out to the front. I do not like that.
No, it's preposterous.
That is nonsense to me.
No, that's preposterous.
And those kind of things. See, that's why I had to make the point initially on the first part argument that I don't support what he did. I think he did it wrong.
There needs to be, and I'm hoping during the next session of the House of Assembly, there needs to be questions put forward, and this way you put forward questions to the Minister of National Security.
Yeah.
On privilege. About how a Bahamian citizen was treated. No, Tito, that's a simple and minor crime. You've had persons arrested on gun charges, okay, that have been granted bail in a day.
Some were granted. The persons who were brought to court yesterday on that big drug bust was given bail yesterday.
Okay, there have been fights happening.
He didn't get bail?
Yes, sir.
He spent a night in. This brother spent a night in jail last night.
They made sure that he spent a night.
He spent a night in jail last night. He slept in Fox Hill last night.
Yeah. What? The AG and
he slept in Fox Hill last night. I don't like that.
Two persons need to be dealt with on that matter. One, the Minister of National Security, and two, the Attorney General. The Attorney General should have had news people by his office this morning trying to ask the question, how come your office so slack? Or is it whoever the director of public prosecutions, whoever? Why y'all office so slack that y'all didn't know whether this case would have been given bail? This high profile case. See, because that's nonsense. So I have a major issue with that.
So they use a little bit of power and say, since you want to open your big
mouth? Not no use no little bit of power. They use major power.
But this is my next question to y'all, because it's starting to bother me.
And I even have an issue with
why are we doing this slow walk from across the road through the gate and handcuff? Why all of a sudden?
Shame, yeah. That's the walk of shame. The walk of shame.
Well, why are we doing that now?
To sell.
But now they've been doing that. And what I heard too was also what I heard based on what I watched live yesterday. They said the media was called to know what time he was getting walk in.
See, that's the problem.
So see, my thing is that okay, you want to put him through this procedure, you want to put him through this whole legal process. No problem. But don't do this, man. So because now to me you cheapen the whole thing. Now you compromise the whole thing.
Notice what I said.
Notice
what I said to you earlier, Barrows.
You want to put on a show.
When I heard what Pastor told me, what I said, I knock it there right tell you. Yeah. This ain't this.
So is this a statement to say no one? And we saying as a
someone correctly you say high profile. I agree. This ain't really a high profile case.
Notice high profile.
I know. You think high profile?
Yes, it's a pastor.
It concerns. No, forget the pastor. This confirms sexual misconduct of the Commissioner of Police.
You know that part even ain't really getting up to that ain't floating up like that.
And that is what I tell you.
That ain't floating to the top.
And that's what I tell you the biggest issue with.
Wow.
I have the
it's
biggest,
amazing how
the biggest issue I have
to do it with the basket roll off into the sunset.
No, but
no issues.
But notice there has to be an investigation. Let me tell you why. There's only so many women that work on the police force. Point blank. There has to be an investigation done on what was alleged. Especially if you saying this man libel you, then what you're saying is what he is claiming is not true. You pressing charges on him don't mean that what he's saying ain't true to me. You are a man of hype. You are the commissioner.
Because you're saying you now open a can of work for investigations to happen.
Absolutely.
To put you under scrutiny and anything that you might have done that might cost you.
And the investigation.
But I want you to
sleep. And the investigation can't come from you.
And guess what?
You can't investigate yourself.
So who would investigate? Who would be responsible for investigating the commissioner of police?
Lawyers can start doing the
Minister of National Security during the next sitting of the House of Parliament has to be questioned on who is doing this independent investigation on the claims against the Commissioner of Police.
Is it Commissioner of Police is an appointed position?
Appointed by the Prime Minister, yes.
But
you can't be accused as the Commissioner of Police of sexual misconduct and think the police internally can clear you of.
But see, the difference is he's not being accused by sexual misconduct by somebody he sexually misconduct.
I don't care.
But that's investigation will start to happen, though, Carlo.
You hold private officer. You hold public
office.
Exactly.
I agree.
Your salary is paid
all right.
for by the people.
The difference is.
I want you to tell me the difference.
That's a difference. The difference is because where it's coming from is, in your opinion.
You ain't the boss of McDonald's, you know.
No, in your opinion, right?
You're the boss.
I agree with you. I agree with you. No, I agree with you. I agree that he holds a public office, a high office, right? Right.
It don't even have to be high.
Listen.
You hold a public office.
But at the end of the day, right? The guy saying it.
Yes, sir.
Because of where the accusations came from, it's going to be some pushback. It's going to be some pushback.
What if people are willing to come out now because of the big movement and say, yes, he did this,
Tito,
an investigation open up?
But is it right? No.
This gentleman here works for the Bahamas government.
Okay.
Tell you. Hold on one second. I need to confirm it tonight. He works for the Bahamas government. When you are a civil servant, the difference in a complaint against you in a private enterprise
is different.
And as a civil servant,
public servant
is different. You are a public servant.
Let me ask you a question. What the lady name? Lanisha Road?
Yes.
Why she stepped down again?
But we don't know why she
stepped down. I mean, what allegedly?
We don't. You used the wrong. Ain't nothing alleged.
Yeah.
You used the wrong person.
So she has stepped down.
But I'm glad you used that case.
But I want to say because
typically when you are in those type of offices and allegations against
and
you,
investigations open up, you're supposed to step down.
You're supposed to step down.
Woo. Right. That's what I said. So she stepped down for whatever allegedly or was said or wasn't said.
You were someone who stepped down. The deputy prime minister of the country, the cabinet minister for minister of finance, stepped down based upon no charges against him personally, but based upon his name being caught up in a particular case on documents or whatever. Okay. As commissioner of police in charge of the police force of law enforcement officer,
so you should step down.
You have been accused. I don't know. I don't think he should step down.
I want your opinion.
I think his boss or the person who leads the law enforcement forces, our national security minister, needs to tell us what independent steps are being done to confirm that what is being alleged against the highest ranking police officer.
This national security minister is boss.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
But I was under the impression that only the prime minister can make, like, once you reach an inspector level, only the prime minister can fire you.
But that have to do with your bosses.
I don't know.
I know that's true or not, but I know that he falls under the Ministry of National Security.
And what Peter's saying is you looking at an investigation. Now I really have nothing.
And you can't come to me with, let's say, because usually these
investigation. What are we investigating?
Third leg.
You're investigating sexual misconduct.
What? But
see, that's the issue. Was lost from it. That's what I tell them.
No, I was waiting for him to finish this right he's doing.
Yeah.
What are you investigating?
You saying that?
No, you saying you prophesying.
No, sir. But you saying the prophecy is slander.
So, Pastor, did he have a lawyer?
Who?
The pastor, did he have a lawyer? Yeah. But he says he's prophesying. What do you need a lawyer for?
He came before the court with the man.
Yeah.
The man.
But you say God day, so you don't need a lawyer.
I don't know why.
So because my thing is the investigation gotta happen because your lawyer now who represents you gotta now clear your name. So then we gotta now find people to interview to find out.
What are you clearing his name up?
No, not clearing your name. I don't. The pastor saying, listen, you say I lie.
Who name gotta get clear? The pastor.
The pastor name don't
have to get clear
because he's saying you're saying God and tell him that.
That's two separate issues. The pastor said God tell him that.
Yeah,
so
but
they don't have to get clear.
He gotta get clear. So.
The man accused of said, God can't tell you guys I don't do this.
What I'm saying is sexual misconduct. These days have been alleged against the commissioner of police. I don't care if someone was
Wait,
screaming. I don't care.
Was it alleged? Does it count as being alleged?
Yeah,
He say alleged because we say he don't care what happened.
I prophesy to Peter now. I prophesy to Carlo. Carlo, I see you as a millionaire in the next 3 years.
If I had a millionaire,
Did I allege that he's a millionaire?
Boston problems.
Did I allege?
I'll tell you now. When Carlo
You ain't ready for that million.
When
How dare
Carlo,
you speak that on me?
Carlo go to the court and sue you for slandering him as a millionaire, then he said you alleged.
But it's Carlo, I ain't alleged. I prophesy.
That's between you and them. That's fine. That's one matter.
So Carlo can come before the court.
But the second matter
The
now,
famous character. No, he ain't no millionaire.
matter now, as Carlo said before the courts,
I need my
did
millions.
you? I need my million.
Don't forget the 2 3 years. I actually say, Carlo, I see the Spirit of God says that you are a millionaire. There's millionaires
Right.
going on in your life.
And Carlo said that's slander.
And
Now-
Carlo can say that's slander.
That's slander.
Now, and you know what? That's where I say this is a slippery slope.
Very slippery.
And that's why this case, after I say all I can say that me being totally against what was done
Yes.
by Apostle
So
Julia
now you
Johnson.
with me now. You say
No, I'm saying I was totally against what was done,
Yeah.
but I am concerned about the precedent this will set.
I tell you that.
Because now you can't just
I am very much
I tell
concerned
you that.
about and I've had this conversation with some pastoral colleagues, and I won't expose what we talked about. But I spoke to them. I said this. I so hate this, and I said nonsense because now this can set precedent,
yeah.
Mhm.
and everything you say
nasty precedent
I
too.
want to set some precedent.
So now I go on Facebook and say, God tell me. X,
No,
Y,
he didn't
Z.
even mean like that. He didn't mean like that. He mean like now there's nothing to be.
Someone could get up there and say
Yeah.
what Pastor Denzel preached there was libelous.
Mhm.
This could speed up some things that happen across the water.
Mhm.
This could accelerate some things now
Oh no.
because
Across the water where?
right across the water.
Where across the water?
Where you think
Not
you be?
just not.
No. They different.
But no, they didn't all the way over now. They didn't all the way.
No, they could. You could say that in there, and nothing could happen to you.
Where?
There's a freedom of speech in that country.
No, they're getting fixed now.
No. I can't. I
You
can't
started
get
that.
fixed. No, sir.
You say that.
No,
that
sir.
that is now being defined as
need-
hate speech.
You need three, four, in order for them to change their constitutional
Hold on.
amendment.
You forgetting hate speech.
No.
Because
No.
what I can preach in the pulpit of Life Worship Center,
Right.
I have to be careful saying that on a street meeting.
No, sir.
I ask
No,
you
sir.
because it'll be defined as hate speech.
And they can define it as anything they want to define it as. When that come before the courts, that case gets thrown. As many cases are getting thrown. Obviously, you don't. Obviously, y'all don't. You don't watch what some of those.
So, Pastor,
pastors
what
say
you're saying
about.
is if you prophesy to someone in church and they feel embarrassed that you might have not entirely bring up their business, but kind of bring up their business just a slight bit, and they feel some type of way, they can now go and press charge because you.
This
kinda-
could set.
I mean, you could.
Because our laws are worse because we don't have no.
But then
freedom of speech.
here's the I hate to say this, but here's the kind of good part. The good part is that then that means now we have to really make sure we hear God and make sure we follow scriptural principles. That's the kind of good part.
But
I
you need
hate
this-
the precedent.
You can need wisdom too.
I hate the precedent, but we should have been doing that all along. That's the problem. The problem is, let me say this.
But you've been
Bi-
doing so, Pastor.
Bishop,
I've seen
let me say this. Bishop Denzel Rose
seen it.
will not change anything because of what
a
happened in this
pastor preaching.
case. I will not change
against-
a thing.
See, because y'all want down.
But you was operating
So
wisdom
this
already
pastor
because-
does.
That's what the book say.
Yeah.
A pastor preaching against homosexuality is not hate speech. A pastor preaching against transgender is not hate speech.
It depends on who's listening.
I don't care who listening.
It depends on who
No,
listening.
but I don't care who listening.
They think they born like that.
And they are free.
That
to
pastor
be
get up and say, "I am not calling you Steve. Your name is Jenny,
and they are free to
because you were born as Jenny, and I'm not calling you Steve."
and you are
In
free.
trouble?
That's hate speech.
No, that's
Oh,
not
in
hate
trouble?
speech. No, sir.
In trouble, Peter?
They're not. That's not
Because he's not that.
That is not hate speech.
But he's not that.
When it goes further,
Probably not here.
when it ain't hate speech nowhere. When it goes further,
I can tell you what the fella saying, Boy Scout. He said, you cannot join the Boy Scout because you're not a boy.
and that was a point.
He was trying to, and she said, but I'm not, I've changed my,
And
he
that's
said, were you born a boy?
and that is a
He said, name Boy Scout.
and that's a perfect example. And they took that case to court, and
They
they lost. And they lost.
They lit lost.
They lose,
They
and that's
did.
why. And that's why.
See, this is a pastor listening now. I tell you, these pastors listening, but they said they're chatting, right? They listening. This pastor said to me, "Say y'all must be Baptist because y'all done close this show for 10 minutes now, and this y'all for close."
We got close.
We get plenty pastors listening. They say nothing, but I know I get plenty texts later on tonight, and that's fine. That's fine. Here it is. We have been given the ministry reconciliation. My prayer is that Julian Johnson ponders what was done and how he did what he did.
Yeah. I realize but he do it wrong.
And
he went about it wrong.
There's a way that we're governed to function. And
I offer him now. I need to know the investigation now.
And then I even didn't bring up another point because they're saying my preacher's show, but as a preacher's show, now I don't know if he knows this, but if he does know that Paul Rose is a pastor. And there's a way that we deal with men of God.
He got very specific on what happened. The sexual misconduct.
Commissioner means a pastor?
He's a pastor.
So he in the circle.
He's not a senior pastor. He's
a pastor. But he in that circle. And he still ain't reach out there now.
Now I don't know if Johnson knows that. But then even so, there are protocols that my world is governed by.
That makes what he was alleged even worse.
Yeah. See, and I understand you know from your world.
Yeah.
From my world.
Yeah.
There are rules that govern us. Ain't no ambiguity. There's no ambiguity. We have clear instructions as to how we are to function when it comes to how we speak prophetically and how we operate. There are clear rules that govern us.
From a PR standpoint, just PR, right?
But I can't say
PR master on a PR standpoint.
I can't say
this is a nightmare, and I don't know who advised. I don't know who advised the commissioner of police.
They supposed to let that slide on the
but this is a nightmare. This is why most of the times when you see, and I use them again, firebrands like Omar Archer, right?
Yeah.
Say things out of the way.
You just let it go.
Because to deal with it in the way you want to deal with it, open up way more than whatever you would have say is worth it.
When Leo started playing backgammon, you was in there playing around, and I walk in there one day.
I remember this,
and I said I can play to Leo. What did you tell me, Peter?
Do not play him.
Yeah,
you gave me clear instructions.
Yeah,
Pastor, don't lower your ratings. You can fool around.
Yeah,
because we beat you.
You can play to Leo.
Down to the bottom.
That boy can win.
Yeah,
and your ratings get down to the ground.
Yeah. You do it to many people.
Peter said to me, Pastor, listen to me.
Don't waste your time.
Don't waste your time with that boy. You fool around that boy, you get hot.
You get beat.
You get hot. You get beat. And your status that you was at, it can go on, and you can never build it back up.
No, you can't.
Because the record always reflect that boy beat you.
Right. And no matter how much times you beat him.
It don't matter.
It don't matter.
So beat you that way. So exactly. So the point I'm making is certain things you just don't honor with a response.
And that's why I tell you from a political, like I get what you say, what he was saying before. I get what he was saying before he ran into this diatribe about the commissioner of police. But
this is the reason, right? I mean, I might be out of line, but this is the reason why.
Please
your
point. The fact that you use that word accurately is a problem. That word should not be spoken of us.
What's that?
Diatribe. That was accurate. We don't do diatribes. That's not what we do as preachers. A diatribe.
Yeah. He was out on. I mean, I can't defend. He was out on. Yeah.
See, and you used the word perfectly just now.
He was out on.
And nobody can say, no, that wasn't a diatribe. Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't that.
How you get used? How that can be defined? No. Not finish that. I got you off. Go ahead.
No, it's a part of a hard time why people have a hard time separating state and church. Because as a pastor, if you want to pray for,
you shouldn't have no hard time using behavior.
Listen, if you want to pray for a political party, you do that in the privacy of that political party or whatever function or whatever they have. And you don't go on Facebook as an apostle and do that. And then lead it to something else.
What if he do? Because he see danger coming down the road.
Man, you don't do that.
No,
there's a way you do it.
Yeah, you don't do it like that.
I know you've been devil's advocate, but it's a way you do it.
He didn't go on there. He wasn't on a PLP or F&M channel or program or whatever. He went on Facebook Live on his own personal Facebook. And he advocated for who he wanted to advocate for. And he said what he wanted to say for who he wanted to say for. And then he turned around and he did what he wanted to do for everybody. Did what he wanted to do to the commission.
I can end my thing.
He should, as an
please help me remember what I want to tell you.
You write it down. I'll put it in the group. He should not have done what he did that way. He should not have.
Who's our head of state, Bishop Brooke?
They tell me is Naya tell me last night.
Yeah.
Naya says they asked Naya who in charge.
Yeah.
Naya said the prime minister can't be in charge.
No.
Said the prime minister is under the governor general.
Correct.
Who was under the queen.
Correct.
I say Naya.
Yeah.
If I hire you,
yeah,
who in charge?
Yeah.
So you daddy.
Yeah.
I say okay.
Okay. all us.
I say, who hired a man at Mount Fitzwilliam?
No.
She say, Daddy, you try to confuse me.
No. Okay, but hold on. But hold on.
Who put the man in chair to allow you to hire?
Right. Who hire him?
But now I ain't going that far, so we stop. If they do it there. Thank God you was in the car with Naya.
When you gain your independence through a piece of paper and not through war.
Oh Lord, look where you going.
No, I'm just saying.
Dwayne is texting me because we got to end. Y'all walk outside and Dwayne get mad.
Yeah.
Dwayne and text me that. Dwayne said, I didn't ask the question. Can you please answer my question?
What question?
This is Dwayne's question. I didn't get to. I skipped through a lot. Dwayne says, one last question on this, sirs. What if such an allegation of prophecy or word of knowledge was done in the same manner, but Tito Bethel, Peter Wilson, Carlo Ramsey, Garfield Burroughs, Denzel Rowe was used, and not the name, not the Christian police? And with your reputation on the line, what would your responses be, please? I'll start with Mr. Bethel.
Let me throw you for a loop.
If you were the subject of Apostle Johnson's conversation.
They say you have sexual misconduct yourself.
What would have been Tito Bell's response?
You got to think about that.
Not easy, man.
Mr. Burroughs, what would be your response?
I'm leaving that alone. I'm bothering that.
Whenever that pastor church, just see the secret of that next one.
Yes, sir. Listen, man. If you go on Facebook and last that, I come to see you.
He would have been on Facebook that next year and said, "Boy, talk to Wilson." Let me tell you all something.
You got to clear it up. You got to clear it up. I press no charges. I come to see you myself.
Me and him would have been fine.
You got to clear it up.
Me and him would have no issue.
But one of the things I learned from Bishop in Freeport, Godfrey Williams, he said, listen, man, he said, you got to look at the integrity of your accuser.
That's all true. That's all true.
Profound.
That's mind blowing.
Lionel, let me, while I close, Lionel says, so if God is not a God of chaos, confusion, would this be considered chaotic and or out of order? Yes. Was this a word from God for the church, the bishop, or everyone? We talked about that earlier, Lionel, that you came in. Let me say this here. For the state, there's separation between church and state. For the church, there is none. We have an assignment. We respond to a God and we speak for God. Absolutely. So there's a couple of people comment on here that there is a separation. There must be separation between state and church. Yes, for the state. Those who fall under the category of the state, there's separation. Those of us who fall under the category of the church, there is no separation. No, I just talking about that jello question because I know the music playing in the background, so you all heard. You can hear. That's why I put this on there now. For me, as a man of God, another man of God, there is no separation between church and state. I read little pieces. You read little pieces. An abiding respect for Christian principles. Absolutely. On the same show.
Talked about that many times.
Vera says top vocab contributions. 1, penis. 2, diatribe. Great show. So I don't know if it's in that order, but anyway, listen, everybody. This has been an amazing show. The viewership has been tremendous. The views, we got up to over 50 views today live. So thank you all so much for being on there. Share the video, and our job is not to bring conclusions, it's just to bring conversation. So come back next week. This may still be hot next week, I don't know. The way things get, people do so much things around here now, I don't know what could be next. But anyway, we don't know what could be hot next week. We go from Die to Apostle Johnson. Who knows what we can go next week? Interesting what
symbol ready for next week.
Interesting what happened with the symbol. I finally thought that Mr. Ramsey, obviously the symbol ready.
Getaway boy.
Don't forget it.
It's interesting.
That's like an alien.
We didn't even get to mention that the whole thing about Prophet Roll and his involvement in this. I don't know if you all knew the story that happened from last year. Yeah. Johnson attacked Prophet Roll.
You attack him?
Yeah.
You attack him like physically?
Character.
Verbally?
Character. Yeah.
Oh, so this is thing.
And now Prophet Roll has been the one who's gone to court for him, and actually we had to pay his bill today.
Look at God.
Prophet senior man. You know.
Prophet Abraham.
I'm reaching some kind of show by so hard to end, but we just say stop. We just say please stop.
Only got this point.
I never had that food show. It's good food? No man. No way, Peter. I've never had the food before. I mean, I ain't saying I said it's bad, right? But I'm saying I ain't never had the food before.
Stop that. Peter, stop that. Pastor, you see how big them board. That's a board can't be season good. Share it.
All the faces share it.
Come in, faces.
That's my friend. That's my friend. Probably Lawrence was my friend. He's doing an amazing work.
Everyone can't fry chicken.
All right, so you know what? For the first time just now, I don't know what happened just now. I hear Peter clear now. I don't know what happened for the first time. Something just touched and it going clear.
Pastor, sell us a plate. Sell us a plate.
And we comment, everyone can't fry chicken. But they can fry chicken.
Faces coming the room. Share it.
We should bring Prophet Rolling one show.
Yeah, boy.
Bring me a Barbershop Talk.
Share it.
Yeah, I asked him to come on one of our shows. Anyway, that's it. We had a thanks everybody for tuning in. I go on
the seat. You on the seat. You on the camera. You messing the production.
Yeah, you messing the production.
That's so good, man.
Yeah.
I use a very smart lady, man.
We
The
go on.
Queen is head of state. The Queen run this country, and the Queen was appointed by God.
You guys say the Queen run the show, too?
The Queen.
Thank you.